LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Thursday, April 16th. Today at Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 85. On today's show, we'll continue to talk New Orleans Saints as we inch closer to the NFL draft and LSU softball coach Beth Torina at 7:30, LSU baseball coach Jay Johnson at 9:30, and our Munchies segment with LSU executive chef Michael Johnson. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studios, starts now.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
OTB on this Thursday morning. Jake, Alondra, Tay here with you. No Matthew. He's under the weather.
So he says.
He did say yesterday, and I quote, "I'm going to beat it faster than most people who've ever walked this planet." But just giving y'all a heads up. Not feeling great.
And then about an hour later, he goes, I feel terrible.
I guess the planet beat you up, bud. Doesn't look like you beat it. It beat you.
Man, he really did say, like, I'm about to beat it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm terrified because it's hitting everybody.
I know. I don't need that.
No.
I don't need that. It's not something I
have
need.
A lot to do coming up in the next couple weeks.
I go out of town next Tuesday. I can't be having that trying to do work. All good though. Will we continue to make fun of him over and over again? Yes.
I mean, he didn't even technically tell us he wasn't going to be here.
Let me see what he said to me. Well, about 30 minutes ago. I'm trying to make it happen, but not sure it will.
6:59. I'm sorry, guys. It's like, yeah, bud, we got it
that
now.
Still
that
wasn't. That still
here.
wasn't a. I'm not coming.
Never.
I'm still
said he
trying to
coming.
make it, but not saying I will.
Not saying I will. He's like playing both sides of the fence.
Oh man, I think this is just
sucks.
a mindset, Flynn.
No. I guess his mind is not stronger than matter.
Yep. So you did say it's going around?
Oh, yeah. Marler just texted us that he has it, too. Rivers' whole house just had it.
Can you imagine if Marler had a cold?
Bro. I don't even want to be Allie right now, his fiance.
He will not leave the bed minimum 3.5 days.
I mean, he's already a mouth breather.
I don't quite know Marler like that. I mean, I've known him for a while, but I don't know him like that.
Okay, but you can know that he's dramatic.
I know enough. Yeah, I know enough that it's going to be the worst man cold of all time.
You know enough about him to know that this man is drama.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
Another one bites the dust.
Go Flow IV. Go flowiv.com, Flynn. Go ahead and have him get you ready. Sounds like you're going to need it.
Although I will say I had food poisoning last year. I got either the flu or COVID and then food poisoning back to back. And then I lost my taste and smell. So I didn't eat for like a month, and I was so skinny.
Yeah.
So I would go to like Flynn's house to get sick real quick.
Stirring it in the air.
I got fur ball on
Come
Saturday.
on.
There's a dress I got to get into.
I appreciate the hustle.
I would do it.
I'm being honest. I appreciate the hustle. Yeah, I can't. I got shows to do,
Yeah.
games to coach, drafts to break down. I can't get sick. Not right now. So
Getting sick for me, it's like if I get sick, I'm more worried that I get Victoria sick, with
Oh, yeah,
everything she's going through. So
very
it's like,
pregnant.
right?
What she's going through.
It's not
What
even.
she's going.
No,
the
I
trials and tribulations
I mean,
that my wife's going through.
You're right. I'm sorry that we're going through. I should have put it
Both
that
of
way. It
you,
really-
Don't
yeah.
even.
We're
I
really
mean,
both raising this child.
yeah.
You are. Just you're
It's not.
not really doing anything right now.
No, I know. I feel so worthless all the time. Like, I'll get home
should.
and like, she won't feel good, and I'll be like, can I
don't know
do
what to
anything?
do.
She's
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah, there's
It's
nothing
like,
you can do. I mean, you could
a
try.
little Zofran.
Like whatever cravings or whatever.
picked up cheese sticks
What-
on the way home
Yeah,
yesterday. That was
exactly.
nice.
Like what sounds good, kick your feet up, relax.
Yeah.
You can do that, but you ain't taking away those other feelings, bud.
I do enjoy some of her pregnancy cravings. She had like a
That's me with Brittany.
mega Cane's kick like every single
Yeah.
day.
Oh God.
And there's one like right by the house.
Yeah.
Honey
And, I
mustard?
pull up and she's like, well, give
Oh,
me
yeah,
the
probably.
3-finger. Sitting there at the drive-through and she goes, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, let me get a 3-finger. And I was like, while I'm here, let me get a box combo too. So I'm eating Cane's. And then
Oh,
did
man,
I also get an order of cheese sticks yesterday? Yes, I
Oh, yeah,
did.
well, yeah, naturally. I don't remember which one of our sons it was, but like I did the same thing. Like I was eating as Katie was eating, and I looked up. I'm like, well, damn, how did I gain 20 pounds? It's pretty easy once you put the math together.
Brittany will be like, "You want to go to Sushi Masa?" I'm like, "Absolutely, I want to go to Sushi Masa."
Well, I'm not gonna turn that down anyway.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to get chicken nuggets from McDonald's? Yes.
My kids have eaten that so much. I'm like, I don't even want to see that.
Chicky nuggies.
Yeah.
They're my fave.
Yeah. Not a fan. Was it one time? Not after you see them that many times.
Razor
all
Sharp.
the time. Razor Sharp's gonna love McDonald's.
Oh, dude.
No, Burger King.
Burger King.
Either
That's what it
one.
was.
Honestly, probably both of them.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate. I kind of bounce back and forth. The good thing is
Oh,
in Walker,
so
they're
wild.
right next to each other. And they both have side entrances. So, like, if one line's too long, I just whip right next door to the other one.
Yeah.
It's great.
Maybe I'm bougie with my fast food, but
I'm not hitting a Burger
Right.
King up.
like if the kids wanted that, like I just wouldn't get anything. Like
No.
I'll get Cane's almost every time that they do. Like I'm gonna get that. I just can't. The BK,
I can't get
the
behind
chicken
it.
fingers that are shaped like
Fries.
I don't get the
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
I get one thing at Burger King. It's the
The
only thing on the
Whopper.
menu I like. That's the only thing on the menu I get.
what, the Whopper.
Yep. That's it.
You don't get the chicken sandwich. It's shaped
Ugh.
like a
Oh,
Oval?
the long one
yeah.
on the
All right.
little
Y'all-
hoagie roll or whatever.
Terrible
Whatever you wanna
news.
call it.
Terrible news.
Oh no.
The Arby's on Burbank
Oh, I
closed.
know already.
Already closed.
It's been open like 4 months.
Awful news.
Y'all.
Is it that? Has it been open that long?
No, it's been open longer than
Yeah, it's
that.
longer than that, but the service
Was it bad?
is bad.
Oh, that's why.
The McAllister's next to it.
I love McAllister's.
And I love McAllister's. The service has gotten better, but when we first got there,
Awful.
look, I know I got a big family, there's a lot of food, but oh man. I was like, well, this won't last. Gotten better. Is that Arby's? Can you imagine?
Closed down.
Okay, so I've been fortunate enough to be like a part owner of Walk-Ons. And like it's it's nerve-wracking. 'Cause
Right.
Everybody's like restaurant business. Oh.
Yeah.
And thankfully they've done great. Like all three of them have done great. But like it's you get nervous. You're like, man, people are gonna show up. People are gonna eat this. Blah blah blah. Whatever. I can't imagine owning a franchise, an Arby's, paying like everything that you got to pay, the franchise fee and all that, and like put all that money into it. And I know that spot that they picked on Burbank was not cheap.
No.
Think about like all the stuff
brand
that's
new.
there.
Yeah.
All the new apartments. They're building everything
Rouses,
around it.
and
Yep.
Location,
all of that.
location.
I know they put some money into that.
Bro.
And oh my God. Not to last a year, basically. That's the rest of their life. They're going to be like, if they pass an Arby's, they're just going to flip it off.
Yeah.
That hurt my
Rest
soul.
in peace.
They ain't passing very many in their defense. I saw a guy on Speaking of Arby's, 2 nights ago, I saw him on TikTok, and he snuck up on this car at Arby's at like 10 o'clock at night. He's like, "Are you the one keeping them in business? Like, what do you get here?" And it's
I mean, the
I don't even know
curly
how you
fries
come
are
back
good.
from that, honestly. And that, look, I don't even
From
hate
getting
on
caught
Arby's.
on a late night drive to Arby's.
Yeah.
My guilty fast food pleasure is Wiener Schnitzel. I love Wiener
All right,
Schnitzel.
Jamarcus Russell.
Me and Jamarcus.
That man loved Wiener Schnitzel.
Me,
in
Jamarcus
college.
Russell, and Steve Ensminger are keeping Wiener Schnitzel.
course,
still
in
get
Slinger.
business.
the
Of
you get
course,
the 2
Slinger
chili
liked
dog
it.
combo for like $6, man.
They don't have them here, but I love a Long John Silver's too. I know that's.
I used to
Well,
like
I'm
Long
not
John
gonna
Silver.
do
That's
on
just
that.
okay.
I like back in the day they would have like the
Get the cracklings, like
No,
on
was
the
it
menu,
the-
you got to ask for them.
remember they had like the 2 connected. It was always like a Pizza Hut and a Taco Bell, and then they always had like a KFC and a Long John Silver's.
Yeah,
always those 2. They
sure.
had them like connected.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about how you know how much a Wiener Schnitzel is, and the fact that you're getting 2 chili dogs for only $6. Does that come with a
That's
diaper?
a steal.
It comes with a fries and a drink.
No
and
diaper?
the 2 chili dogs.
Okay.
It's
The
probably
chili
a little
cheese fries?
Yeah, it's probably 8 after tax, but I think on the menu it's like $6.99. I could be wrong on that. It might be a little bit more, but it's somewhere around there. It's good too.
I mean, there's only that one by campus. Right?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the only one I've ever been to.
Okay. Just want to make sure there wasn't one in.
Like a secret
Walker.
one.
Did Walker get a new football coach, by the way? Did y'all know? Yes, maybe.
I don't know if they've got a new one yet, like official, but the old coach
fired
is
that
now
up?
at De La Salle.
No, the old coach went to De La
He took
Salle.
the De La Salle job in New Orleans.
Are
so-
you putting your name in?
Ooh.
Uh,
I mean, why not? What qualifications do I need? Yeah, sure, throw it in there.
I mean,
Why not?
You
does
guys
anybody
play-
know
so
Walker,
also,
Louisiana
I mean,
better than you?
I feel like
Matt-
that'd be fun.
Matt always says he's qualified to talk about doctor stuff because his brother's a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You guys both played in the NFL. We sit here every day. Therefore, I'm NFL adjacent. I think I'm qualified. Boom.
I think I could be an offensive
we
coordinator
go.
in the NFL.
You certainly could be one for LSU last year.
I could.
Good have.
I think coaching would be fun. I want to get in the hitting lessons game. You want me to teach your kid how to hit bombs? Hit me up.
She goes to Marucci Hitter's house a couple of times.
I'm going today. I'll be at Marucci today. You know I'm gonna take some cuts.
I actually might be there
Today?
at some point today or tomorrow. Yeah. Memphis needs a new bat,
Tell him to come today.
and he's a little entrepreneur. Sold some cards,
Oh, so he has enough.
so he has some bat money.
Well, tell him if he brings his old bat in,
Oh yeah,
he can get, what is it, 20% off? or
yeah. You
something?
get percentage. I
Yeah.
think it is 20. I should know this.
Yeah, I should.
No, I said I should.
Oh, you should. We both
Yeah.
should, to be fair.
Yeah. He's got that. He's got gift cards, and he's got card money.
He's going to have
He's
it
be like,
just
Hey, what can I get for this? And the dude always thinks
I
he's
have
like,
monies.
he's like, yeah, that's exactly what I said. He's like, he swings a 27-17. He wants to go to a 28-18. I'm like, why? Like, you're hitting the ball good.
Yeah.
Everybody
if I-
always
Maybe
wants
to
to go
like choke,
heavier.
maybe to like choke up on it a little.
If
He
I
ain't
could
thinking
keep
like
it
that.
lighter, though, I would for as long as I could.
That's what I told him.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
you're hitting
swing
the
it
ball
faster.
right now. I mean, I guess he pulls everything, but who cares?
I mean, that's a power hitter right
We're
there.
not gonna have shifts and 9U.
Yeah.
And if we do, I'd tip my cap to him.
Nothing wrong with pulling the ball.
So maybe we see you there. All right, Flynn is out, obviously. He's not feeling good. He's not going to be here. So, I just hope he's here tomorrow. Probably not, though. You ever seen a quarterback get sick? It's a scene. We'll step away. We've got more OTB. We've got a great lineup today as well. We've got Coach Beth Torina joining us at 7:30. We have got Jay Johnson joining us at 9:30. Excited to talk to both coaches. Obviously, softball going in a great direction like Alondra laid out yesterday. Baseball finally gets a win, breaks that 4-game skid. How is Coach Jay Johnson feeling as they get ready to host Texas A&M? We will cover it all, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com. Of course, that is the website for Pelican Roofing. When you go to the homepage, you will see all the 5-star reviews right there. And it's Google, it's Yelp, it's all these different services, right? And they do that because they don't want you to think they're just handpicking these testimonials and these stars. And that's why you read the reviews, you see the stars, and you should be impressed because that's just the kind of service that you're going to get with Pelican Roofing. It's in Lafayette, it's in Baton Rouge, and it's locations in both. And we tell you that because we don't want you to think they're in one spot and they're just driving back and forth on the basin. They are there in both local communities. Community means something to Pelican Roofing. That's why when you go to the community tab, it's the Mother's Day roof giveaway. It's the Veterans Roof giveaway. It's Run with Rufus. So many different things throughout the year that Pelican Roof is doing. Go to the website today. Schedule your appointment. Again, it's pelicanroof.com, pelicanroof.com.
Dealership, Fabry Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Fabry family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at fabrychevrolet.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Jake Alondra Tate. Man's not feeling good. He's at home under his blanket. Maybe he'll be here
cozy.
tomorrow. Probably pulled up to his chin. Got a little rag on his head. Lacey,
Lacey,
Lacey, help me.
Poor Lacey.
God, poor Lacey. Jeez.
We're thinking of you, Lacey.
Yeah. T's and P's. T's and P's. I was about to ask something I forgot because I was making fun of Flynn. Brain doesn't work like that. All right, let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to GoFlowIV.com, GoFlowIV.com, GEAUX FlowIV.com. Matthew's probably going to need to go see them over at GoFlow. Probably should have, minus the probably, went and seen them yesterday when he said he wasn't feeling great, but, you know, sometimes you can't fix you-know-what. And so hopefully today he goes and sees them and go ahead and, you know, get that IV. You got a lot of different cocktails that they can come up with to, you know, if it's before, if it's during you feeling bad or after you feeling bad, right? You need to get rejuvenated. You need to get hydrated. Again, they can do that for you. And again, that is GoFlowIV.com. That number is 225-953-8150, 225-953-8150. And right there off Jefferson Highway in Baton Rouge, GoFlow IV Spa, Health and Wellness. All right, Tay-Tay. I'm going to throw this one to you. I know there's a story up on LouisianaSports.net talking about the offensive line, giving a shout-out to Bo Bordelon as well. And the offensive line is a unit that, well, it has to go way up from what it was a year ago. You were one of the worst in the Southeastern Conference a year ago. You couldn't run block, you couldn't pass block, and we call that a bad recipe for success. So this year, it's a point of emphasis. They've brought in, obviously, new coaches. They've brought in new assistant offensive line coaches. They've brought in a new offensive line for the most part outside of a couple of guys. So the LSU offensive line gotten some praise over the last couple of days, and I know there's a story up on LouisianaSports.net.
Yeah, Hunt put it out on LSN if you want to go check it out. It's great. He just mentioned, you know, Bo Bordelon being that fifth-year senior. He's played 136 snaps in 4 years at LSU. Started one game. It was the bowl game against Baylor when basically your entire offensive line opted out. And, you know, kind of reminiscent of a Garrett Nussmeier, right? Like, he could have transferred. This is a guy that was pretty decently high recruit here in the state of Louisiana, but he stuck it out. And, you know, I've seen the comment. The reason I put this out, I saw the comment, a lot of people mentioning, oh, if Bo Bordelon's on your offensive line, you must be in trouble. Guy hasn't played in 4 years. Like, to me, I actually thought it was a misstep from the previous coaching staff. Maybe Brad Davis didn't like him. You know, I'm a huge Brad Davis fan. Brad Davis didn't like him for whatever reason. Maybe that's the case. Because, remember, they would put him as that yackle, as Jacob Hester calls it.
Yep.
They would make him wear 89. They would go out there, and he was essentially just an extra offensive lineman. As bad as your offensive line was, he probably should have gotten a little bit more run there a year ago. I mean, how much worse could he have been?
Yeah.
But this coaching staff loves him. I mean, I know a lot of people were a little bit surprised saying, oh, well, Devin Harper was running with the ones at that left guard spot. He's Lane Kiffin's guy. He followed him over from Ole Miss. Yeah, that's true, but Kiffin actually said as much in the press conference on Tuesday after spring practice. He said, look, the depth chart constantly changes. He goes, we'll change the depth chart every single day if we have to, depending on how guys are performing. The coaching staff loves this guy. If this offensive line can gel together, like you have Braylon Moore back at center, and I know some people feel a certain way about that because the O-line as a whole wasn't good. Although Braylon Moore was put in kind of a tough spot a year ago. I mean, you guys talked about the scheme a number of times, and really everybody around him wasn't great. I think Braylon Moore is going to be fine there. You bring in a Jordan Seaton that everybody loves. You got Aliyu Ba, who might be the most underrated offensive lineman you brought in. I mean, the guy started 33 consecutive games at Maryland.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand Maryland's not competing for titles, but That's a Power 4 football program.
They play in the Big Ten, yeah.
Right. Like that's a Power 4 football program, and he's started 2 years in a row, hasn't missed a game. And then right tackle, that one's still working out, but this offensive line's one or two pieces away from actually being pretty good if they can put it all together.
Yeah, I mean, you brought in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Running 8 people that were new to the program, not counting freshmen, counting just older players that have played somewhere before. There's no chance that any dust has settled. I don't think the dust has settled on Weston Davis being your right tackle. Like, he's got to go compete. He's got to go prove that he can be consistent. I know what he was out of high school. I know how many stars he had next to his name. There was ups, there was downs last year. Now, you like the ups, but there's got to be way more of those this year than there was last year.
Well, you got Darren Stray behind him, who you brought in from Kentucky. Now, Sean Tompkins is here. He ran a lot more left tackle at Baylor than right, but can he make the transition over to right? Bryson Martinez, who my favorite player in this high school signing class. I mean, the guy played everywhere for East Ascension. He wound up at receiver and quarterback, and he came here as a left tackle. Like, the guy's a stud. He's 6'8". He's over 330 pounds. That's a guy that could potentially be in the mix. If you find those right guys, like what I like about this year's team on the offensive line, you got bodies, and I think you have a lot of talent. Last year, you kind of just had to throw out your best guys because you didn't have a ton behind them. This year, if a guy gets beat out, it's truly that the guy behind him was better. Like, there's going to be a lot of competition, which will ultimately make you better.
Yeah, again, it's a unit that has to go way up. It is a unit that at times certainly couldn't protect the quarterback. You go back to that Texas A&M game, you kind of remember how much they were getting after the quarterback. It's certainly a group. Now, again, the scheme certainly did not help them in the run game. It just did not. Everybody knew what was coming because there was only one, maybe 1.5 run plays. That stuff, that will get helped out by having some diversity in your run game. That's why we always talk about every team that leads the country in rushing. Every team. We could go high school level, we could go college level, we could go to the National Football League. Everyone that has success is diverse in their run game. They have multiple things up. The defense doesn't know what's coming. They have to deal with multiple blocking schemes. You didn't have that against LSU last year. They were going to run 1.5 run plays. If they didn't work, they just keep trying them and keep hitting their head against a brick wall. At least when we used to do that with the toss dive, it was successful. At least we had success with it. It might not have been your favorite play, but we knew how to run it. That just wasn't the case last year for LSU, and that's why you really struggled on the offensive line. So, yeah, it's a group that has to go way up. I mean, not a question. It has to, non-negotiable. That unit is going to be as important as any. Now, we can put it in tiers. I'm not saying others aren't, but that group, they have to protect the quarterback. You have got a lot of investment in your backfield with your quarterback and with your 2 running backs that you have, really 3 running backs. Those guys have to thrive, and it all starts with the offensive front. And I do hope that Bo Borderline gets an opportunity. You know what? Because I don't know as far as skill what it looks like compared to the other guys, but I know what the intensity is, and I know what the mentality is compared to some of the other guys. So that's going to be a fun story to kind of see how it plays out over the next couple of weeks and months. All right, we will step away, and when we come back, we are going to be joined by LSU head softball coach Beth Torina right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, Louisiana high school seniors, this is your shot. You've got attorney Gordon McKernan, of course, G-Team, shout out, is back with the 6th annual Gordon's Grads Laptop Giveaway, awarding 15 free laptops to graduating seniors heading to college or trade school in 2026. If you've already secured enrollment at an accredited university, community college, or trade school this fall, you are eligible. Each selected student will receive a brand new laptop to help kickstart their next chapter. Here's how you apply. Submit either a 500-word essay or a 90-second video explaining why you should be selected, what sets you apart, and the values you represent. You also need to provide proof of enrollment. The program is all about investing in Louisiana's future and giving students the tools they need to succeed. Applications are open now at gordonsgrads.com. That's gordonsgrads.com. Don't wait. Winners will be announced on May the 4th. Go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates, we know each case and client are unique, and that no 2 cases are the same. But one thing remains constant, and that is our passion to help our clients. After an accident, we know your life has changed. which is why we passionately fight to make you and your family whole. Remember, whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. We're here to serve you.
The experts at Hood Dental Care want you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays. A $376 value. With over 3,000 five-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care. Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And we always have other great giveaways for new patients. Check out hooddentalcare.com and schedule your appointment today.
Everything you need for a stunning garden is at the Plant Barn in Baton Rouge. From trees and shrubs to plants and pottery, the Plant Barn has it all at great prices. Visit us today on Valley Street, right off Perkins Road in South Downs.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the new 25 Jeep Grand Cherokee with $15,000 off MSRP.
Plus the 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou vehicles.
If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
Make up your mind, decide to walk with me around the lake tonight.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. Going to go to the phone lines now. Going to be joined by LSU head softball coach Beth Torina. Coach, always a pleasure. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me. Already done my first cardio workout of the day and get 3 middle schoolers out of the house. So, you know, up and going.
Coach, well done. Well done. I mean, we are kind of spoiled right now in our house because, you know, we got, children in all different age groups. Our oldest just started driving, and he just started driving the siblings to school. And, look, I do morning radio, so I'm not saying that I had anything to do with how they got to school before, but it feels like a real game changer in the fact that he can drive them to school. And now, just get to sit back and watch Life 360 and make sure he gets to school.
I was going to say sit back and stress, watch him driving around. That feels worse to me. That feels worse. But I don't know. I'm not there yet. So
Fair enough.
From you. I'll learn from you.
Oh, fair enough. Coach, good weekend last weekend, and I certainly want to get to the actual softball. But before we do, how did the event go last weekend at Tiger Park?
Thanks so much for asking. It was awesome. It was a great day. We had a bunch of people out in the morning and then an exciting game and just a really awesome space to honor women in our community. It was really a great day, top to bottom. So appreciate all the people that supported it.
Great weather too.
It really was.
Which I'm sure you don't stress about that at all every single year.
You know, in all the years we've done it, it's been pretty amazing that, like, even if there was rain on the forecast, somehow the clouds part right when it's time.
That's right. Well, that's good to hear. Great news. And the Go Teal event's always one of our favorites to be able to try to highlight here on the show. We always appreciate you coming on. And you had some good softball after that as well, as you mentioned there. And, Coach, before we get to just Arizona, like, you go back and you start to look at, I mean, you could probably go all the way back to the South Carolina series, right? You go on the road, you win that series. You have a tough series against Oklahoma where y'all battle. You lose an extra inning game, but then you come back and you beat them, and they hadn't lost in a long time when you beat them. And then you go back on the road in the SEC, win a series against Missouri, and then you just beat the number 12 team in the country in a series at home. Over the last couple of series, over, I would say, you know, the last month or so, it feels like this team is starting to learn each other, starting to step up. Different players are starting to step up. Like, is that something that you felt was going on at the time? Because, look, the schedule, and we talk about it every year with you at the top, it's brutal, it's tough, and so you go through some lumps there. But over the last month, is this what you thought this team could be?
Yeah, I mean, the schedule itself, we knew would lend it, you know, itself to this a bit, but also just a lot of new, 11 newcomers was the most in my time here, you know. So I think when you see that, you expect a lot of growth as the season goes. And, you know, I'll be honest, we started most seasons like 25-1 and maybe not ended up where we wanted at the end of the year. So maybe the adversity, going through things, learning ourselves, you know, like having to have our backs against the wall, maybe that pays dividends in the end. I don't know. We're going to find out. But I have seen this team grow so much, and really led a lot, too, by this defense and pitching staff lately. You know, they've put together a really nice string of good weeks, of solid starts. Not just Jaden Huebner, but CeCe Solera, Peyton Monticelli's been really good lately, too. So they've done a really nice job of just giving us a chance in every game.
And, Coach, one of the things that I certainly have noticed after you've had success on the weekends, you've handled the midweek. And that might sound easy to some people, but you know kind of the challenges that brings when you're having success on the weekends, and then you come back and you play maybe somebody that, you know, you're respecting, but it's not getting respect from the outside. And you go back, and after you beat South Carolina, it's 5 innings against Louisiana Tech. You have a great series against Oklahoma. You don't have a midweek game that week, but then you come back and you show up against Missouri. And then after you show up against Missouri, it's Central Arkansas. And then you go on the road against UL Lafayette over the last couple of days, and hit them. I mean, it's 8-0, a 5-inning game. Like, to me, that always points to a team, and I say this in baseball and softball, that's locked in when they take the weekend to the midweek.
Well, we treat every game like it's the most important one on the schedule, and we talk a lot about it. And, I think we have so many great programs in this state, so many great coaches right now in this state of all of the schools. I think everybody deserves our best game. I mean, highlighted by the fact that we had Jaden Huebner out there on a Tuesday night. You know, we were concerned it's a tough place to play over there with, a team that had taken us 10 innings earlier in the year. So, it was a respect move, I would say, from us, right, having Jaden Huebner on the mound to face them. And we understand how important those games are, too. In our sport, those games just mean a lot as far as your postseason ability to host and, accomplish the goals you want for your team. All those things come into play when the committee is talking. So, and like I said, it's a tough state. We have incredible programs in this state, incredible coaches. So we have our work cut out for us every midweek.
Catching up with LSU head softball coach Beth Torina here on OTB. All right, Coach, that takes us to this weekend. Finally, LSU gets to host Ole Miss in a sport. They don't have to go to Oxford, Mississippi. It feels like ever since, a couple things happened there in the wintertime that LSU's had to travel in every sport to Oxford. But Ole Miss is coming to Tiger Park, a place that y'all have been really good this year, always been really good, but this year 21-5 at home. Kind of give us a breakdown of what you expect from Ole Miss as they come into town this weekend.
No, don't you think Lane should come over and throw the first pitch and welcome them to town? Wouldn't that be good?
I actually can't imagine anybody else that should. It should absolutely be him. So, Coach, if you're listening, I think that needs to happen.
Yeah, Yeah, we'll take anybody from the staff over to come welcome them. But
That's right.
no, a really good team. Everybody in the SEC is a good team. I mean, they've won some big series. They won a series against Tennessee. Like they are capable of really beating anybody in the league. I think a team led by two really, really hard throwing arms. I mean, they have one kid that's above 70 the majority of the time. So two power arms that they have, and then a couple left-handed hitters that seem to hit it a mile every time they swing. So. We'll have our work cut out for us. They're balanced, some speed, some power, play good defense, power arms. It's another weekend in the SEC where you can't seem to catch your breath. You got to give them your best game every pitch, or you're going to end up on the wrong side of it.
Well, Coach, I do want to, since we're talking about the style of Ole Miss, I do want to, I guess, go back to the Arizona series again, where you win 2 out of 3 there at home, because that was a different style team. Really good hitting the base softball, and it's something that they talked about on the broadcast over and over again. You're watching the game, and that was their style, and they outscore people. But your staff holding them to 5 or 6, I think, total runs in the entire series, and so that was that style of game. That's out of conference, and so you got to maybe switch your mindset a little bit. How is that when you go from playing conference, all of a sudden you play this really good team from somewhere out west, and they have a different style? How much conversation did you have with your team that this was going to be maybe a little bit different?
Yeah, I can't imagine there will be a more important series on our schedule, this year, especially when it comes down to the postseason and the committee and all the things. I can't imagine that there's going to be a more important series, and the way that our team played those games is going to be just huge. I was incredibly proud of the effort by the entire team, top to bottom. It was really well played, and I think we did a nice job. Arizona is a really balanced offense. I was really impressed seeing them come, but we were able to take away the two things that they score runs by, and it's the short game and the home run. Our defense was able to take away the short game, and our beautiful Tiger Park took away the home run a couple of times for us and our pitching staff. So we were able to take away the two ways that they score, and had a really, really good series. It's going to have a ton of impact on our team down the stretch.
Coach, I'm not going to lie to you. Watching the game and watching some of those Arizona hitters, I felt like they were making some, contact where it wasn't even really warning track at Tiger Park in the humidity, that they probably felt like, man, in the desert, that ball just keeps on flying and it doesn't land. You're definitely right about that. That ballpark's going to play a little bit different. And you could tell that they were surprised maybe by some of the things that did not leave the stadium. But it's hey, if you hit one out in Tiger Park, you got to earn that thing.
Yeah, we had some of their, we share all the TrackMan numbers now. We had some of their numbers of their home runs coming to Tiger Park, and we're like, wow, our center fielder comes forward to catch that one.
Yeah.
And it's a home run at their place. So we go out there next year, so we'll get a taste of what they face every weekend. Hopefully we can, let some things fly out there too.
Right.
But, I think dependent on where the game's played, you have to be prepared to play the game where you're at, right?
Yep.
A lot of reason why we try to hit things a little lower, right? A little flatter, a little more ground balls, because we know how our park plays. But playing into the wind, playing into the elements, I think that's part of our outdoor sport, right? You got to take all that into consideration and be able to make adjustments.
Coach, for as long as I've known you, I think you have all those things covered, and you could probably tell us the percentage of humidity at first pitch for most games. And so I have no doubts that you have had all that covered. Coach, we truly appreciate your time. Glad to have you back on the show weekly. Look forward to the series against Ole Miss, and look forward to having you back on the show next Thursday.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Great to chat with you.
All right, you as well. Head softball coach Beth Torina, good enough to join us here on OTB. Certainly the team is heading in the right direction. Won some big series on the road in the SEC, battled the hell out of Oklahoma in a series, and then just beats Arizona, who was a top 12 team in the country last weekend, and now going to be hosting the Ole Miss Rebels. Then they go on the road to Mississippi State coming up the week after that. All right, we will step away. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, at First American Bank and Trust, they believe banking should be personal, because to them, you're not just an account number, you are part of the community. So whether you're looking to open a checking or savings account, finance a home, or grow your business, First American Bank and Trust has the local team and the experience to help you every step of the way. They offer a full range of personal and business banking services, all designed with you in mind. And here's the difference. When you walk into a First American Bank and Trust location, you're going to be greeted by people who live and work right here in Louisiana, people who understand your goals and committed to helping you achieve them. Plus, with modern online and mobile banking, you get the convenience you need without sacrificing that personal touch, something we talk about every single day with First American Bank and Trust. So if you're ready for a better banking experience, visit FABT.com today. That is FABT.com. First American Bank and Trust, banking on a first name basis.
Parrish Construction and Roofing, trusted by champions, built for Louisiana.
Do business with someone you know. Parrish Construction and Roofing.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. ParrishGroup.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana or visit SpineCenterLA.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient. And the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even JB could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of JB Falgu.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits.
Measure these things by your brains. I sank into Eden with you. Alone in the church by and by. I'll read to you here, save your eyes.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
And the greatest of teachers won't hesitate to leave you there by yourself, chained to fate. Yeah, I alone love you. I alone tell you. I alone love you. There is nothing but this. I alone love you. I alone tell you. I alone love you. It's easier not to be great.
We're here. I'm just letting the song play. In case you're wondering.
Live is so underrated.
So underrated. I was just about to ask, I wonder if Live still does anything. Dolphins Cry is a great song, too. This is a great song.
They have a lot of really good songs. I play them on Coffee and Flannel because I feel like they don't. I like to play songs on Coffee and Flannel that I don't feel like get the love they deserve. And I don't ever feel like Live does. So I play a lot of Live.
I am so with you. I think Live's one of those bands that, like, you know the song and you sing along with it, but you don't know that Live sings.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You never have to worry about this show. I really enjoy it. So. All right. We just talked a little LSU softball. Beth Torina. Again, Jay Johnson going to join us to talk LSU baseball at 9:30. They've got Texas A&M coming to town. It's going to be Friday, first pitch, 6 p.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 1 p.m. It's a big series, to say the least. You've got a really good top 10 baseball team coming to town. You have got to try to find a way to pick yourself off the mat. And I just don't know that winning 4-2 in midweek got everybody heading in the right direction. Now, the pitching was great. That's something to highlight. Jake Brown has another home run. I'm not saying there weren't things, but and again, I know what Northwestern State did to you a year ago in a national championship season. They run-ruled you at your place. But still, and Alondra, you were talking about this during the break, and I wholeheartedly agree. If what happened last weekend doesn't get you motivated to change the narrative and change the fortunes of your team, nothing will.
Right. And honestly, I don't even know if it's like a mindset at this point or the team just is what it is. Maybe they're trying their best and this is their best. We don't know. But to the outside looking in, it sometimes feels like the fire and the effort and the want and the will to win is not there, if that makes sense. But I just, it's the same thing that we ask all the time, like, who's the leader of the team? Why doesn't anybody care enough to step up? And like when Will was here on Monday, we were talking about where's the players only meeting? Have they already done it?
Yeah.
Is there going to be one? Is it even going to be enough to like motivate this team? I don't know.
And I'm glad you brought that up. It's something we probably need to talk more about. And I know that there's some people that don't like how many people are not from Louisiana on LSU's baseball team. I get that. That's the day and age of the transfer portal. You're going to get guys from everywhere.
Yeah.
But there's enough guys that are from Louisiana. Well, why does that matter? Well, you grew up loving LSU baseball. Just like for me, I grew up loving LSU football. So like it means something to everybody over there. But when you grew up and it's all you knew, and like I used to sit in my living room and listen to Jim and Doug on the radio because every game wasn't on TV. Like that's how a lot of us grew up. Same thing for like LSU baseball. Those guys have gone to the box their entire life. They finally get a chance. There's enough on that team to be the guy that you're talking about.
Right.
I mean, the guy who arguably is your best hitter, I know it ebbs and flows, but Jake Brown from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know Gavin Guidry's got a personality that would thrive in that role.
Yeah.
And you can kind of miss me with it's got to be this guy, that guy. Not always. The guy that comes in here every Monday, Will Helmers, was that guy.
Yeah.
For those teams in 23 that won national champion. Like he was the hype guy.
Right.
He literally was the guy. And Will tell you, Will pitched a little bit.
Yeah.
He didn't pitch a lot.
Right. And that's what I was going to say. Like, even if you don't have like a starting role on this team or like a regular rotational role on this team, I think that somebody, if you're not going to impact the team on the field, you got to impact them off the field.
Yeah. It shouldn't be a freshman having to leave
and
letters, which I appreciate him doing that.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be a freshman doing that. It should be a veteran player, somebody that has been here. And again, I don't really care if you're the best hitter, the best pitcher. Like, you let everybody in that clubhouse know what it means to wear LSU and what we're going to do. And even in a loss, we're going to look like we're giving you every ounce of everything that we have.
This is the historical standard of the program. You either get with it or you don't.
Yeah. And I think that's completely fair.
Yeah.
It should be that way.
Yeah.
Just to your point, like every team, every sport, when times are tough, like who's that guy you look to? Who's the one guy? Like it should be Stephen Milam. It should be Gavin Guidry. It should be Jake Brown. It's just like, not to pile onto him, but it's not right now.
And I understand that's not everybody's personality. I do understand that portion of it. But you can do it with your play.
Yeah.
Like every level of baseball, softball, I have seen it play out. Like even the kids that we on our 9U team and the 12U teams that I watch, like they'll have a quiet kid, but he'll get a double and he'll lose his mind.
Right. Trying
to get his team hyped.
Yeah.
Right. For a split second. Like it can come from a lot of different places, but you know what it has to do? Come from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It has to come from somebody. It can be verbal. It can be with your actions, whatever it is. And that's what we need to see. We can't have Texas A&M coming in here and winning a series inside the box. We can't deal with it, and I sure as hell know Alondra can't deal with it, okay? We can't have that. More OTB, hour number 2 when we come back.
Off the bench.
All right, if you are looking for more than just a job at Pala, you're not just, another employee. You're an employee owner and part of a real team. That means your work matters and you have a stake in the company's success. Right now, Pala is hiring skilled welders and fitters at their fabrication shop in Hammond, America. And this is a great opportunity. Pay runs up to $40 an hour for shop welders and fitters with overtime already locked in through 2027. On top of that, you'll get 6 paid holidays, 2 weeks of paid vacation, full benefits, and employee ownership through their ESOP. So you're building more than a paycheck. You are building a future. If you can burn rod, fit steel, take real pride in your work, Pala wants you on their team. Don't wait. Apply now and take the next step in your career with Pala. Pala, employee-owned, relationship-driven, building together, palagroup.com.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email LockeMeredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you'll likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here. Helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane's studio.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2. Got ahead of myself. Hour number 2 of OTB. Having so much fun. We thought it was hour number 3.
You know what they say?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, they say that.
They do be saying. They do be saying.
They do be saying it.
Hour 2 of OTB. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Go Tommy's.com, Geaux. Tommy's with a Y.com is the website. When you go there, you'll clearly see the difference. Award-winning year after year after year. Hang the banners. That's all they do over at Tommy's. And that's not just with the Angie Super Service Award. Now it is. I mean, you see if you're watching this on YouTube, but it's also in the Advocate this year, Best Windows. That went to Tommy's and the team. So when you go to the website, testimonials of past clients, a gallery of work that they can do for you, another full list of services that they can do like gutters and other things on the website as well. Go to GoTommy's, Geaux, Tommy's with a Y.com. I was waiting for Sick Boy to say, hey, yo, Tommy. He wouldn't.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yo, Tommy.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought about it. It's just you were in a flow. You were in a rhythm.
You were in flow state.
You think Dum Dum ever cares if I'm in a
No,
flow?
I know, but I was like, I don't want to step on you. It was you were rolling.
Alondra, I cannot
Yeah.
believe I missed this.
Oh, God.
Yesterday.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Diana Rossini?
Yeah.
That
I missed that she resigned.
Yeah.
Totally missed
She
it.
resigned. Wait, okay, so there's something else that I was going to look at.
And I was shocked that we didn't talk about
Okay,
it.
well, let me pull up the resignation for the listeners that missed it. I mean, if Jake missed it, I feel like some other people probably missed it.
I know
So
I didn't see it.
if you don't know what's going on with Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel, you've been living under a rock. Photos came out of them at like some resort in New Mexico that looks very sketchy, like affair-like. I'm not going to say they were because...
You're saying adjacent.
Yeah, it looked like allegedly they
Right.
maybe could have been, if I'm speculating,
Yes.
been having an affair, right?
Right,
Not
right.
saying that's what happened.
Right.
Diana Rossini works for The Athletic. They sidelined her, and nobody came out with any statements, but she did come out with one a couple days ago. Dear Steven, who is the executive editor for The Athletic.
Yeah.
She said, Dear Steven, please accept this letter as my resignation from The Athletic effective immediately. I have come to this decision with deep sadness, but with clarity about what is right for me, my family, and the work I've spent my career building. You and I have already publicly addressed the recent attacks against me, and I have nothing to add publicly to what we have said. I've covered the NFL with professionalism and dedication throughout my career, and I stand behind every story I have ever published. And she basically just goes on to deny the accusations. And the days that followed, unfortunately, commentators in various media have engaged in self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from the facts. So, like, she's also saying that, like,
Kind of doubling down. That
right, she's doubling down, and she's also kind of now playing victim. I'm not gonna say she's playing victim, but she's like making herself the victim because she's saying like all these people are out here talking about it, the talking heads, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Let me look for what I am. So Steven Ginsburg, the executive editor for The Athletic, sent out a memo, and the memo is a little juicy.
Oh.
He said, Hi all, I'm writing to let you know that Diana Rossini has submitted her resignation from The Athletic effective immediately. While I can't share the details of our investigation into Diana's conduct, I want to emphasize that the leadership of The Athletic has taken this matter seriously from the moment that we learned about it.
Right.
So she's over here being like, I didn't do anything, doubling down on like it's rumors, like whatever. And then Steven, the editor, is like, we're investigating her behavior. Our newsroom has thrived because of our core journalistic values, and we will always ensure they are protected, is something else that he said in it. So, and then he says, while our investigation into Diana's conduct was ongoing, she chose to resign. We will continue a standards review of Diana's work that Mike Simmel is leading. Amid all this, I want to sincerely thank all of you for continuing to produce whatever. So, I mean, it feels a little like she's like, hey, I didn't do anything. And the Athletic's like, no, but maybe you did.
Yeah.
And we need to see what it was that you were doing and like how you were getting.
It's such a slippery slope.
Yeah.
And I know she's like, in those words, that's saying like, I did nothing wrong. I know a lot of people that cover the NFL also didn't like the way that she's like, hey, when you cover the NFL, you have to have relationships outside of the stadium, the practice field, so you get inside. And there was a lot of people like, not really.
Right.
That's not like.
I'm not out here holding hands with coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. It's just, there's a fine line.
Yeah.
There is, and I understand that. And look, I'm just new into covering the NFL at that kind of level. I am like 6 weeks in.
Right.
And there's guys that I played for or played with or played against that are coaches in the NFL. And even I'm like, I've known you for a long, long time, but like, I'm not going to, come dap you up and try to get like scoop from you.
Right.
That's just not going to do that. Like, I respect our relationship that we've had. Like Todd Monken recruited me at LSU when he was at Oklahoma State. Then he ends up at LSU. I've kept in touch with him for 2 decades. And still, like, I wouldn't try to get like an inside scoop. So I don't know. Just the way that it's sounding like you have to do this, I guess is what I'm saying.
No,
to
you
get
don't.
the scoop and like.
No, you don't. And I honestly, like, not to be that person. Like, y'all know I don't like to be this person, but like, I feel like it just perpetuates stereotypes that people have about women in sports media. And it's not a good look. Yeah. Like, between her and Joy Taylor, like, it just makes women that are actually doing their actual jobs and doing a good job without all the extracurriculars.
Yeah.
It makes...
And the NFL has a ton of them.
Right. And it makes people, not me, but like other people, question their integrity, their jobs, their work, their way about getting inside information. Like, I hate that it perpetuates that stereotype.
Yeah. And how about, like, she didn't admit to it, but like she kind of did, right? Like, if let's say I wanted to investigate a laundry for anything, doesn't really matter what it is. If she didn't do anything, I seriously doubt she would resign. Like,
yeah. At
this point, I'm like, if they dive into Diana Rossini here, poor choice of words there maybe, but if they dive into Diana Rossini, what else are they going to find? Is how I look at it. I'm like, well, she stepped away because she didn't want an investigation. It's like, I'm not admitting guilt. Also, like, her letter, like, if you go read it, like, she just blames everybody else, which is really disappointing. Like, I'm someone that, like, I grew up watching Diana Rossini. Like, I've always, I don't know her personally, but from an outside point of view, I always liked her. But this is just a really bad look. Like, one, for doing it, but also, like, you double down on it. That's dumb. Like, just take accountability. I've seen a lot of people, though, on the Mike Vrabel side of it say, why isn't he getting the same? Unfortunately, right or wrong, she probably, breached her contract or whatever. Her journalistic integrity is gone. It's out the window. I imagine, unless it says something specifically about employees that cover the NFL, Vrabel's probably good because she's not a Patriots employee.
And Vrabes will have to answer this down the road.
And he's got
whoever they draft, that press conference, which he has to be there.
He'll
have to answer this.
Right.
He's just not. He's not going to be living on social media because he didn't have to.
Right. And like, right or wrong, I mean, I don't know NFL head coaches' contracts. Most teams are like, do not associate / fornicate with anyone in this building. Outside of that, I don't know what it says as far as like league officials. I don't know if that matters as much. So like, right or wrong, Vrabel probably get off a little bit lighter than her, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think like being in the world of breaking news, it just feels like there's all kinds of problematic things. That's male, female, I don't care. Like, it just feels like you have to do things that I'm not comfortable doing. And again, like, there's people that's who they are. That's what they do. It's how we know them, is because they break news. I never, and I mean never, want to be in that world. There's things that me and Matt know about LSU that we've known for a while, and we're just not. That's not us. It's not who. Again, like, that's what you do. That's you. It's not me. That's you. But man, it feels like there's some things that when you do that, there's some lines that and again, I'm talking about everybody, not just this particular case. I'm talking about just in general. This feels like there's some things that if you want to be in that world, some relationships that you have to have that I'm not comfortable having, and so it's foreign to me, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With the allegations, like you brought it up a second ago, her saying sometimes you have to do what you have to do to get a story, paraphrasing, of course, but she had to step away because, like, let's say she breaks news, right? Something big happens, she breaks it, she beats Rappaport, Schefter, whoever else. Everybody, right or wrong, is going to be like, how'd you get that information, Diana? Where'd it come from? Like, just like right or wrong, that's the opinion everyone's going to have.
I mean, again, like, every insider is kind of like, oh, boy. Like, I mean, Jay Glazer by the pool with the NFL head coaches at the owners' meetings. I saw him. He was there. Like,
yeah, they had a video of him.
But it wasn't like a private pool.
No, very public. It was right in the middle of our resort that we were
table.
all in. Like, literally in the middle of the resort. I don't know. Again, not a world that I ever want to live in.
Weren't Vrabel and Diana like, oh, well, there was a bunch of people there. Then they
Yeah,
found out they
but
lied.
no, they're like private bungalows.
Yeah, it's like you lying about it like that up front. Like, that was also an awful look.
All right. I don't know how I missed that. And I don't know how us as a
Well, I think
show-
I meant to bring it up, and then I don't know. Like, I'm not about to insert gossip.
Well, I mean, I'm
Like,
sure Flynn
I
did
love
something
gossip,
that
but I'm not
probably,
gonna
like,
insert it into
Flynn
like.
probably saw a squirrel and
Yeah.
we, went 73 other paths, and by him seeing it, we probably all saw the same squirrel.
Yeah.
So, all right,
We're all
just
guilty.
an update there. Missed that one yesterday. We'll see, but Vrabes is going to have to answer some questions, Taylor, to your point. If he doesn't, then those reporters, those journalists aren't doing their job. They at least have to try. They have to ask the question.
Yeah.
And it's going to be asked. He's going to.
It's gonna be
He's going to say,
asked.
"We're not talking about that. We're here for our first
Some
round
coach
pick.
speak, yeah.
and we're here for him. This is his moment." That's what he's going to say. But
Yeah.
we'll see. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, when it comes to plumbing, you need a team you can trust, and that's exactly what you get with Central Plumbing. So whether it's a small leak, a clogged drain, or a major plumbing issue, Central Plumbing has the experience and the team to get the job done right the first time. They handle everything from residential repairs to large commercial projects, so no job is too big, no job is too small. And in South Louisiana, plumbing problems don't wait. That's why Central Plumbing is ready when you need them with dependable service you can count on 24/7, 365. What really sets them apart is their commitment to quality work and customer service. When you call Central Plumbing, you're getting a team that shows up on time, treats your home or business with respect, and gets the job done the right way. So don't let a plumbing issue turn into a bigger problem. You can visit them online, of course, at centralplumbing.org today. Not only in Central, in the entire greater Baton Rouge area, we're talking to you. You can schedule an appointment on the website. That is centralplumbing.org. Central Plumbing, reliable service you can trust.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith Sean Fagan and Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith Sean Fagan and Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
What would you call today's theme?
Good question.
It's a sweet spot.
It
I
is.
just can't.
I mean, I guess grunge adjacent.
Yeah. Later grunge. Outside of the first initial wave of grunge.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Delayed grunge. Great song.
It is.
What days are you on?
Just Sundays.
Just Sundays?
Sundays 9 to 2, unless baseball cuts me off. But I get you hyped up for baseball.
You said it. I bet you have a ton of people listening leading into like baseball though.
Hopefully.
Can't imagine you don't.
I don't know. I don't look at stuff like that. I don't even know how to look at that.
I don't either.
I don't know. There could be 0 people listening.
I
to
got
me.
no idea. When we have our meetings with Matt, because you know Matt's program director, so me and Flynn will sit. He'll get on the board and he'll start writing all this different stuff and all these numbers, and I'm like, man, that's really cool. But
where did you
how
get
in
those?
the world
Right.
did you get those? Where'd you get those figures at?
I have no clue.
Same thing for like when I'm on Sirius. I'm like, you know, we got callers in and they'll call from whatever. I'm always sitting there like, I think I would like to have like a little counter, like
Yeah.
how many people are listening right now.
I would like to know.
And then you get into a conversation and it's like it goes down or it goes way up.
Right. Like, so we know when to change
So
the
you-
subject?
Yeah, that, and you also know what's popping. Like what topics are.
Yeah. No,
I'm still trying to get a teleprompter on the, like for Sirius XM, you know, because it's like in your car, it's
Yeah.
like on the screen or whatever. Like if you're in park, like if I'm talking about a play, I can draw it up.
Ooh.
For you. Yeah, we're not very far down the road with that, but I've been trying to get that.
like that.
Or like on the app at least.
Yeah.
That they have.
Y'all
I
don't
said
even
it's
do
possible.
video, huh?
NBA does a little.
Yeah.
So NBA does a little. My co-host on Moving the Chains is 75.
Oh.
Like legit 75, and Pat's set in his ways as he should be. He's 75 years old. Pat doesn't even do Zoom.
Okay. I mean, I respect
So yesterday we had Joey McGuire, the Texas Tech head coach, on the show, and I just I'll pop on the Zoom so Coach isn't looking like at a blank space, and he'll see me. Pat's like, you got it.
Yeah. Not even gonna mess with
Turn to do a solo interview, Jake.
He'll ask questions. He ain't popping on his Zoom. He's like, I'm 75. I'm not popping on to
I'm
his Zoom.
75.
Yes.
That's the cutoff for Zoom.
Oh, he's actually 75. I thought you were just saying
He's literally Pat is 75 years old and sharp. I mean, you could ask him about any player in this draft. Boom, take. My brain's gonna be mush when I'm 75. I'm just letting y'all know. I won't be here. My countdown is, how old am I? 40. I've got 14 years and 1 month.
55?
55. My NFL retirement hits at 55. All of it hits at the same time.
Yeah.
We've had our run. Baby, we're done. I'm going back home.
You're going to mic drop.
The
Literally
day I turn
mic
55.
drop.
It's going to be a hell of a celebration.
Hell
14 years and 1 month is what I got left for y'all.
What are we going to do for your 55th
It's
birthday?
going to be great. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a / retirement party.
Yeah. Your birthday party last year was great.
Yeah.
Your 40th.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And then, you look forward to a 40th birthday for a long time. I say look forward to it. Nobody wants to get old, but it's there's no birthday that is more of a milestone.
Yeah.
Outside of maybe 21 than 40, because everybody talks about it. So
You're changing decades.
Yeah, certainly. Katie did a great job.
32, I feel like.
I'll be.
Yeah, shout out Katie.
Dirty 30 is pretty going.
Yeah.
I'll be 30 in September.
Ooh.
So I mean that your 20s are gone.
30,
so,
flirty, and thriving.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Katie turns 40 next year. So I guess we're planning now.
She went all out for yours. You better.
Yeah, I know, and totally got me too.
Yeah, you were super surprised.
Yeah, all the people, I kept going person to person, how in the world did you get here?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I was coming back from Frisco, so you didn't think I was gonna be there either.
Because you weren't at the show, right?
No, I wasn't.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
When didn't you come straight? You
I
had the
came
suitcase
straight from the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a suitcase sitting in the corner.
There was a lot of people that literally are rolling their suitcases into Elite. So
yeah.
Are we doing that again for 41?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see. I mean, we're 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
Might as well.
No, let's do Topgolf.
We could do Topgolf.
Let's do Topgolf.
We could do that. We talked about that. That's if little Flynn's feeling better. I'm so sick.
We're speaking of Flynn. Okay, a little inside OTB baseball here. So we are going to be on location next Thursday. OTB is going to be broadcasting from the parade grounds next Thursday because we're doing that swab event. So also to tell you a little bit about the swab event, all of our shows are going to be doing, and every station, we're going to do all of our shows from the parade grounds on Thursday because hashtag Team Kate. She's going to be out here. So Kate is she's 11 years old, and she has a genetic mutation where she needs a bone marrow transplant. So she's looking for a match. And they've done these events at Ole Miss. They did them at Mississippi State. They've done them a bunch of places and gotten thousands of people swabbed, and they have not been able to find her a match.
Yeah.
So they're coming to LSU to do this huge swab event. So next Thursday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the parade grounds. You can go get your cheek swabbed. It's super quick, painless, and you just get swabbed, see if you're a match with her. Or they also add you to the registry. So if you're a match with anybody, you can go and donate
and
bone
so
marrow.
every show is going to be there?
Every show is going to be out there.
OTB, Hunt, and AFR.
Yeah, OTB, Hunt. I don't know about Live at Lunch, but OTB, AFR, Hunt's going to be out there. All the Eagle shows, all the Tiger shows.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. Oh, nice.
All the Tiger shows. So Brittany
Charles
will be
and
out
Jimmy.
there. Yeah.
Get food at the Union.
Right.
You can eat
Go to
during
Panda
the show like you
Express.
do.
Yeah.
There's a Chick-fil-A in
put
there.
betting
I think,
lines
or
out
something.
from the
we're trying
grounds.
to find this little girl a
Yeah,
match.
let's get every show out there.
So I am urging everybody that is listening
great
right
event,
now to try to make it out to LSU next Thursday and Friday. And we're going to be out there. So a little inside baseball. Jake is going to be at the draft next week.
Yep.
So he's not going to be here. So it's going to be the tripod. But the tripod has to be out at the parade grounds. And Matt doesn't like to do remotes solo. So I texted Richard Dixon.
Yep.
And I said, hey, can you co-host with Matt on Thursday? It's a huge event. It's very important. Can you please co-host?
Yeah.
He said, should be good, but I'll double check my work schedule and let you know.
All right, we gotta.
No, this man just texted me.
He did?
Richard texted me.
Yes or no?
I can't do Thursday. I'll be at the Zurich. He's gonna be at Zurich.
We got the Gladiator.
For a golf tournament.
I said Matt's gonna freak.
Boom. That's why he took off today. That's why Matt took off today.
Don't tell him.
I said no. Matt's gonna freak. So.
Well.
If next Thursday's not good of a show, it's because.
Are y'all gonna be in studio?
Yeah.
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 Well, Big Fave. Hello.
Oh.
What you doing, bro?
Oh, you know Fave will come up here
he'll drive
so
up.
quick. We can
He'll
ask
drive
Fave.
up. You gotta ask Fave. Matt can't do it alone. That one time that I was sick, and y'all did a great job of piecing a show together. That man was a nervous wreck all morning long. So, but that is a great event, and I am sad truly that I'm gonna miss that.
Yeah.
I've got to be gone I'll be here Monday, Tuesday. But
wait,
then
this is
I'll
a
be
good.
gone in Pittsburgh.
This is a good suggestion in the chat. Might need to text Bane and see what he's doing.
Bane lives in Oxford.
Oh, he's a traitor?
Really?
No, he's fighting the good
enemy
fight.
territory?
Yeah, he is fighting the good fight. He said, "Man, you can't imagine some of the stuff that gets said to me." Because he still wears his LSU stuff.
Well, yeah.
You know,
for sure.
Yeah, I think he's selling houses in Oxford, if I'm not mistaken.
Respect.
Yeah. So, Bane's done a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I think he's like commercial real estate. He's done medical sales.
Uh-huh.
I think he's selling houses now.
I mean, get it by any means.
He's a hustler.
Yeah.
He certainly is.
Respect.
Y'all, this man, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is a little bit of a deep cut from like 7 years ago. When we were hanging with Hester and we did nighttime radio, Austin Bain was with us, of course, LSU baseball player. And he was working for, I believe it was Ladder and Bloom. And so he was working for them, and they bought a spot on the show for when he was on. Like, it was his spot. Like, he was going to do the live read.
Yeah.
Y'all, this man, you've never seen a human being more nervous than when Austin had to do the live read for himself, for his company.
His own company.
Like, it would be like Flynn doing one for My High or
Right.
me doing one for Elite. I felt bad. He was
It's like,
so
bro,
nervous.
nobody
Like,
knows the
sweaty
info
palms.
better
He
than
would
you.
turn green.
Ooh.
It turned into a joke. I mean, it was bad. He'd be like, "Thanks, cousin Jake," and then he would go into it.
Thanks, cousin G.
Oh, it was bad.
It's awesome.
I know my man Nookie in the chat remembers the live read.
I think Richard might be listening. He said, now I feel bad.
You should feel bad, Richard. You should. You're going to a golf tournament that you're not even playing in just to watch.
Hey, but Matt
Instead of
Moscona
going
will be
to
there
just-
on Friday.
Well, that's not Thursday. Instead of this charity event.
Yeah, you should feel bad.
You
This
should
little
feel
girl
bad.
needs a bone marrow transplant. You're saying
You don't
no
even like
because you want to go to
golf.
Zurich.
Dick Dixon?
Maybe somebody picked up, Jake.
No, he's more of a redneck like me. He
I was
likes
gonna say,
fishing.
he doesn't seem like a golfer.
You know, a golfer.
But also, if you can't make it out to the event, you can go to ESPN's website and click on the flipper, and you can get a mail-in swab kit mailed to you for free.
Nice.
And they'll even give you return postage so
Okay.
that you can send it back for free.
All right, well, good. Well, I can do that.
Yeah. I'll get swabbed while I'm there.
Yep. Dick Dixon. Not
Yeah,
mad. I'm just
Shout out
disappointed.
Team Kate. Look her up on Instagram.
Yep. All right. I don't even know what that was.
I don't either, but
But the original tripod gets together.
OG tripod.
Things happen. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, if your business depends on printers, copiers, and office technology, you need a partner that keeps everything running smoothly, and that is Gulf Coast Office Products at GCOP. They specialize in office equipment solutions that help your business stay efficient and productive. From copiers and printers to manage IT services and document management, they've got you covered. Here's the difference with Gulf Coast Office Products. They don't just sell equipment and disappear. They provide local service support and maintenance to make sure everything works the way it should when you need it the most. So whether you're a small business or a large operation, GCOP customizes solutions to fit your needs and your budget, helping you save time, cut costs, and improve workflow. So if you are ready to upgrade all of your office technology and need reliable service for your business to go in the right direction, it's always going to be gcopnet.com. You go to the website today, find the 4 locations throughout the state of Louisiana. Again, that is gcopnet.com. Gulf Coast Office Products, your partner in productivity.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Just letting y'all know the song's about to have a moment. We'll be back in a second. Like we're here, but we'll be back.
We're going to let you enjoy this one.
It's getting there, don't worry.
It's about to drop.
All right, we'll let it play in the background here. It's fine. Telling you, literally the first ever burnt CD I had. This was on there.
It's a banger.
This is not like a radio hit either. You know, like not like a you know, like a it wasn't on 94.5 The Big Dog in Shreveport. So I don't
This
know
wasn't
how
on
I found-
101X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I found my way to this song, but I'm glad I did. Probably on MTV at some point. Maybe, hopefully.
It's because you know ball.
That's true.
Not mine.
And I don't. And
Not
also
my
know
mail,
that we
though.
don't have premium YouTube.
This is the remix.
No, that's my mail.
Yo,
My email.
But we don't have premium YouTube though. That's
No.
that's
I ain't
real.
buying premium YouTube.
We have. Do I want to say this? Yeah, I don't really care. We have meetings every Wednesday about YouTube numbers, and I get why we do that, and it's part of our business, and we don't have premium YouTube.
I mean, you could bring it up in the next. I'm sure he'd buy it.
Hey, he probably would.
Yeah.
Or we'll
He
say-
asks all the time, do y'all have anything?
He does. Look. See that cough button? I can pick it up.
You
Not
can
fall
look at
apart.
it without it falling apart.
Yeah, and I can talk into the mic and press this button. My voice goes. See,
It works.
it works.
We don't have a dump button.
That we do not. That's true. That's very true. All right, I did want to talk a little bit about the New Orleans Saints in the draft. They are picks 8, 42, 73, 132, 136, 150, 172, and 190. Now, ESPN kind of put out an article about where teams are picking, where they should be picking, some of the biggest needs for that team. And a lot of the things we've talked about. At number 8, a receiver is certainly in play because right now when you go out in 11 personnel, it would be Chris Olave, Devon Valet, and Mason Tipton. That can't be it when you take the field in September. But also we've talked about, is there a receiver that truly is a top 10 pick? There's talented enough receivers, but they come with question marks. Can you get that player at 42? Now, ESPN, in this article, it talks about getting the receiver at 8 and getting the edge rusher maybe to replace Cam at 42. If that's what you're going to do, I would flip that. I would. Because you can get elite talent at edge rusher in this draft, and the higher you get him, the more elite he's going to be. Now, it might come with some concerns. Maybe it is a Reuben Bain who has the under 31-inch arms. It might be a player like a Caleb Downs that falls to you. It might be Mansour Delane. It might be a different defensive position. But if we stay with the edge rusher, you're going to have the opportunity to select a game-changing player. There's even some rumblings that the Saints, if Arvell Reese was there all the way at 4, and they felt like they were in striking distance, that they would even make that move. And I would, again, not thinking you have to move up to get a very impactful player, because I think one's going to fall to you at 8, but if you wanted to, you could do that. You could package 8 and 42 together, move up 4, select Arvell Reese. That's an option. I think you stay pat at 8 and you get a really good defensive player. I'm not going to get behind right now taking a question mark at 8 when there's going to be a sure thing. Now, at 42, let's look at some guys that could be available at receiver. I fully believe that Zachariah Branch is going to be there. Okay, but he's 5'9", 175. You don't need that guy. I understand that. All right. What about a Jeremy Bernard? That guy's 6'1", 208 pounds, can do a little bit of everything. Okay, you don't want a Jeremy Bernard. What about a Malachi Fields out of Notre Dame? 6'5", 218, right? I know he had the 40 time at the combine, but hey, guess what? So did Carnell Tate, and nobody's talking about that. They still like Carnell Tate. All right, what does the game tape tell me his speed is? I like Elijah Surratt out of Indiana. He's going to be available probably in the 3rd round. 6'3", 210 pounds, and made every play for the national champion when they needed a play. I know a lot of Saints fans like Chris Bell because of his relationship with Tyler Shuck. He's probably going to be there late 2nd, early 3rd. So you have options at 42. I know there's a lot of people that think that you have to go receiver early. I don't like the top end part of it because that just feels too high for me. If you take one at 42, you might have, I don't know, Denzel Boston might fall to you. Probably not, but he could. KC Concepcion could fall to you. Like, you're going to have an option at 42 for a receiver. Brazel from Tennessee, that's another big body guy. What's he? He's 6'4", 200 pounds, so he's slender, but he's that body type that you're looking for. I just think more of a sure thing at 8 is going to be edge rusher than it would be receiver. I like multiple. I could give you 6 defensive players that I like more at 8 than going a receiver. I would wait until 42, even though you need it. We all know you need it. You can't take a guy, and we've talked about this throughout the process, at number 8, at that position, and still have questions about it. And you'd have a ton of questions, I think, with every player. And again, not that they're not talented players, not that they won't be good pros. I think they will. But you're selecting at 8. That's a top 10 pick. That's the obvious thing. You have to hit a home run when you're selecting at 8, and you need impactful players at multiple positions, and there's positions that have impactful players from day one. So, Tate, I don't know if we've thrown this to you yet. I know Matt and I have talked about the receiver at 8. Where are you right now with the Saints?
I wouldn't touch a receiver in the first round. And, it's funny you're talking about receiver. You were talking about 11 personnel with Olave, with Vele, with Tipton. I'm going to pick on Adam Fields here a little bit. He is not the only one that says this, though. Let's make that clear. Everyone keeps saying, well, you have Jalen Polk in your building. No big deal. Look, I like Jalen Polk. I hope he's successful in the NFL. He was awesome at Washington. Didn't play at all last year because of injury. In 2024 as a rookie, he had 12 catches for 87 yards. That's what Jalen Polk's done in the NFL. You cannot rely on that guy. I understand he's on the roster. I understand the talent's there. You can't rely on him. However, you can't go receiver at number 8. Like, you threw out all those guys. Like, I love Brazel, 6'4", 6'5", ran a 4.35 at the NFL Combine. Like, that guy can do a little bit of everything. Jeremy Bernard proved that, look, the numbers weren't eye-popping, but that guy made big-time plays. Anybody out there wondering, hey, Ryan Williams had such a down year. What happened? Jeremy Bernard made all the big plays.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy Bernard became the number 1 in that offense last year. He was a big part of what made Ty Simpson adjust so quickly. Like, that guy's a big-time player. I just think you got a lot of options. Like, I want him to go edge or corner round 1, and then whatever you do in rounds 2 and 3, the other 2 spots. So defense round 1, and then receiver corner, any of that. Like, I'm good waiting until round 3 for a receiver. There's that many guys out there.
Yeah. All right, let me ask the room. If you moved up and you gave 8 and 42 to move up to number 4, and Arvell Reese out of Ohio State was the pick, how would we feel about that on draft night?
No.
Okay. That's pretty quick.
You're moving up 4 spots. You're giving up 42, which is a valuable pick. And do I think there's a huge difference between Arvell Reese or Ruben Bain or somebody that could fall to you at 8? I don't. So, no, I would not like to move up to number 4.
Alondra?
Can you, sorry, I was doing something. Can you repeat the question,
If the
please?
Saints moved from 8 to 4,
Yeah.
gave the Titans 8 and 42 to
Okay.
move up to 4, and they selected Arvell Reese out of Ohio State, would that be something you celebrate on draft night?
I don't think I would celebrate that because I also just don't think that New Orleans needs to trade up at all. Like, I think 8 is a perfectly good spot, and I think you can get what you need at 8. I also think you can get it at 42. Like, I think there's going to be a good enough wide receiver at 42 for you to take, and I think you need to focus more on, I think maybe Taylor said this, but corner and edge before you go to the offense. I think that's just my opinion, but I don't think that you should trade up to 4. I think you're fine at 8. I mean, I'm not going to be like super upset about it if that happens, but I mean, if you trade up to 4, get Mansour.
If if you gave up an asset, you better make sure that you had a superstar. Because 42, when you get selected at 42, you're supposed to be a day one starter in the NFL. Like 42 is not a wait and see. 42 is when we have our first OTA and the first team defense or offense runs out there, you're with them. And so that's giving up a big asset. And Arvell Reese is super athletic. He's super talented. But again, like the starts, 18 starts, I believe, in his career. I mean, he only had 6.5 sacks last year. And I know he played off the ball backer. He was on the edge a little bit. Like, there was flashes for sure. I get that. But 10 tackles for loss. He's still developing as a player, but that's a lot to give up for a player like that. So I know the Saints like him. I know there's been some rumblings of them potentially moving up to get him, but
or maybe it was. Aren't they thinking about Tate too? I feel like I've seen Carnell Tate.
Yeah, Carnell Tate's been there.
I think Carnell Tate is a solid wide receiver.
Yeah,
and
solid's a good word to use.
And no offense to him, not his fault. He's getting hyped up because he's coming from Ohio State, and people love Ohio State receivers.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's. I always make the joke of I'm not drafting an Ohio State quarterback because none of them are good in the NFL. You got a wide receiver coming out of Ohio State, similar to an LSU wide receiver. Yeah. It is what it is, but I think he's fine. I don't think he's the best receiver in this draft. I don't think he's the second best receiver in this draft, but I think he's a good player.
David Bailey had more than double the sacks this year than Arvell Reese has had in his career.
Well, that's the thing. If you asked me, would you be okay for the Saints trading up number 2 to get David Bailey? Yeah, because I think David Bailey is the best pass rusher in this draft.
Yeah.
Arvell Reese and Reuben Bain to me are 1-1.
Look, Saints, you're in a great spot at 8. I really think you are. I think once we get to the Commanders at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 all have a lot of the same needs. 6 teams with the same needs. There's going to be 4 players for those 6 teams. The best part about it, you get to select one of those players. Even if it's not number 1, it's going to be number 2 or 3 on your board of who you want, who's available. You can stay right where you're at, get a very impactful player, and then also get one at 42. You don't have to be super aggressive in this draft. You are picking in a great spot because of what the teams ahead of you need. It's not what you need, but the teams behind you, what they need is a lot of the same, but you're ahead of them. So you're going to be able to select that player. So hopefully they stay where they're at unless something crazy happens. Unless something crazy happens and they're at pick number 6 and Sonny Styles or whoever, David Bailey fell, whoever, you make a trade then, okay. But moving up all the way to 4 to select a player,
I think
being over-aggressive is not what the Saints need to do.
Yeah, exactly. I just think you're fine where you're at.
I do too.
I also think that the Saints need somebody like Caden McDonald. So if they got Caden McDonald at 8, like whatever.
Yes. That's if the Giants don't take him at 5, though.
Yeah.
He's better than Brian.
If Caden McDonald falls to 8, grab him.
We've said it. Hey, it's okay. The rest of the draft you did was incredible.
I'm dead.
It was just the one pick. Just the one pick. He's going to be a first rounder, though.
Yeah.
When he gets selected, there's going to be like a roar from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Just one person.
What the hell's going on there?
I'm just doing damage control right now.
All right, we'll step away, wrap up hour number 2. We do have Jay Johnson joining us in about 45 minutes from now. Stay locked in to OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, if you've been thinking about turning your backyard into your own personal getaway, now's the time with Russell Pool Company. Russell Pool specializes in custom pool design and construction, creating outdoor spaces that are built for both relaxation and entertainment. So whether you're looking for a simple, clean design or a full backyard transformation, their team will bring your vision to life. And they don't just build pools, they build quality. With years of experience right here in South Louisiana, Russell Pool Company knows how to design pools that not only look great, but are built to last in this climate. From the initial design to the final details, they handle everything, making the entire process smooth and stress-free. So if you're ready to upgrade your backyard and create a space for you and your family that you can enjoy all year round, visit russellpools.com today. Again, you go to the website, check out a gallery of work, check out the financing options, and that's going to be at their website for Russell Pool Company. It's russellpools.com. Go to russellpools.com.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the new 25 Jeep Grand Cherokee with $15,000 off MSRP.
Plus the 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou vehicles.
If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Everything you need for a stunning garden is at the Plant Barn in Baton Rouge. From trees and shrubs to plants and pottery, the Plant Barn has it all at great prices. Visit us today on Valley Street, right off Perkins Road in South Downs.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google. Based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. No, the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Hi, this is Beth Torina. Welcome to my pool.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in, OTB. Want to remind you about our friends over at K to Z. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. K2ZBlinds.com. KTOZBlinds.com is the website. Brandon Barton and the team been in the game since 2004. Have them come out to your space, check out your space, learn your space, change your space in a matter of minutes. They have done it for me. They will do it for you as well. Drapes, blinds, shutters, motorized outdoor screens. They've got it all. Go check out their website. Again, that's KTOZBlinds.com. What are the I don't even know. This is bad. What are the draft night plans? Are we doing anything?
No.
Okay. I know
we're not doing anything.
Okay.
We have other, because we have the swab event, and then Matt is at Zurich on Friday, so we don't have the ability to go.
Okay, I was gonna say there was a lot of things that were all right there together. I didn't know how they were gonna make that work.
No, we're not doing it this
Fair
year.
enough.
It's just not logistically
One of my favorite
possible.
pastimes, though, used to be watching Hanny get upset with whoever the Saints picked.
No, my favorite is when Jimmy gets something right, and then he goes around Don Juan just screaming like the last time he was like, Joe Alt, like, oh my God, he has some money
I'm
on
like,
Joe
Jimmy,
Alt.
big Joe Alt fan. He's like, I hit. I'm like, Jimmy, you bet on everything.
Yeah, yes. It was a Cowboys pick one year that Jimmy and I did together. I don't even remember who it was, but he hit. And
It's pretty Mozzie freaking Smith.
It might have been. He was fired up. He was fired up. But I'll never forget, we were doing one, God, it was a random place. I don't even remember where it was.
Hanny getting.
But the Saints
mad is so
traded,
funny.
and Haney was like fired. Like, he's like, yeah, here it is. He's like hitting everybody like next to him. And I think it was Marcus Davenport. He's like, what the? He lost his mind. He lost his mind. Everybody in that party knew how Haney felt about Marcus Davenport that night.
If there's somebody that's like the best person to rage bait,
Yeah.
it's Hanny.
Yeah, then there was Island Haney
Yeah.
during the pandemic draft. He had a couple cold pops.
I mean,
put on a hat, put on a Hawaiian shirt, and had some fun.
I love that guy.
All right. I was just making sure we didn't have anything.
No.
All right. We got Jay Johnson joining us about 30 minutes from now. Stay locked in. Hour number 3.
Off the bench.
All right, go to Rouse's.com. Send you to the website for a grocery store. Feels a little weird. I get it. But we do it for a purpose. We send you there so you can find the location that is convenient for you. You type in your zip code, your address, right, and it pulls up that location. It's going to be convenient for you. And then once you do, you find out the weekly specials for your store. They've always got something going on at every local Rouse's, and your store might have an incredible deal that you don't want to miss. The thing we also talk about with Rouse's is it is set up for your success. You walk in, it's like breakfast bar, lunch bar, rotisserie chicken, sushi bar, pre-made meals, pre-made sides. They got bags of crawfish with potatoes and corn already ready to go. If you want to have a crawfish boil, you obviously can buy enough crawfish for that as well. It's all about making it easy, making it convenient for you. You know they got local as well. They got the My High. They got all kind of local flavors there. So go see them today at Rouses.com.
Investing in a new roof doesn't have to be overwhelming. At Pelican Roofing, we offer 0 interest for 21 months because everyone deserves a safe, secure home. Trusted, local, affordable. Pelican Roofing, making quality roofing affordable for South Louisiana families.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone goal.
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB. We're about to have our guy, Chef Michael Johnson, on, so go ahead and get those Munchie questions inside the chat. I guess you can text Munchie questions to 225-499-1045 as well. Multiple ways to get your Munchie questions in. We're going to have Chef right now. We're going to have Coach Jay Johnson join us at 9:30. So jam-packed hour number 3. Let's go ahead and get to our guy, Chef Michael Johnson, to answer your Munchie questions.
Get ready to tantalize your taste buds and leave this segment hungry. This is Munchies with Executive Chef Michael Johnson. Let's eat.
Chef, how we doing? How we living, brother?
Man, I'm great. How are you guys?
Doing fantastic. Well, I mean, we're doing good. The tripod. Flynn's got a tummy ache. He's not here today.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, had a little tummy ache. Not here today. He's got the, like when you're sick and you got the covers pulled all the way up to your chin and you're sitting there and you got a rag on your head, thermometer in your mouth. That's him today.
Little tiara.
Yep, that too. You nailed it. Exactly right. All right, Chef, I want to ask you this before we get started. Crawfish season. All right. Crawfish going all over the place. A lot of good spots around town there. But I don't think we've ever asked you this, which is wild. I was passing by one yesterday, and my 10-year-old son goes, "Hey, Dad, where's the best crawfish in Louisiana? Where's the best place?" And I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? I don't know, but I know who's going to know, and I'm going to ask him tomorrow. So, Chef, I'm going to put you on the spot. Maybe the most important question you can be asked in Louisiana of your time here in the great state. The best crawfish and the best crawfish spot.
Well, I'll just start by saying that this is a highly debated subject, and there is, without a doubt, some people who are going to disagree with me. I think, the best crawfish that I've had, and I'll just leave it at my opinion versus everybody else's, have come from the spillway.
Okay.
I think that they grow differently there. I don't know. It's opinionated, man. Farm crawfish are rather there's differences in them, right? I think that the spillway crawfish have a little bit more natural settings, but I also buy farm crawfish from rice farms that are absolutely delicious and they grow really well. You know what I mean? So it's a tough question to answer, man, because it depends on the energy of the people that are farming them, I think, and how much care and attention they're putting into them, because there are farmers out there who pay attention to it that are very good at what they do and know how to treat the ground, because the crawfish live off the ground and off the soil, and what's in the soil. And so that the quality of the soil matters. And so,
it's funny, we used to have little crawfish. We had a little creek that ran behind our house in San Diego, and we used to have little crawfish out there.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, Chef, I had no idea that was even a possibility.
Yeah.
I was like, man, y'all ain't got crawfish out here. It's like, oh, no, yeah, actually, they're right there in the creek behind your house. There's crawfish.
Yeah, well, in San Diego, they're either crawdads or crayfish, right?
That's true, too, but you know me. I wasn't about to say that.
That's right. Yeah.
I was not about to change my ways. That was not going to happen.
I grew up in the creeks of Missouri, and we used to have big blue crawfish up there. But we called them crawdads.
Yeah.
And it's a different species, yeah.
That's right. All right, hashtag Munchies. Best side to go with a steak?
baked potato, whipped mashed potato. Got to, like for me, it's a potato. I know we're in the land of rice down here, but if it's a steak, it's going to be a potato for me. Now, if you're talking about starch versus veg, I absolutely love grilled asparagus with a little olive oil, a squeeze of lemon juice, a little sprinkle of kosher salt, maybe some cracked black pepper. Just blanched, grilled, and delivered. Yeah.
Hashtag Munchies, no question, just a thanks for the advice last week on sticking a bag of ice in the gumbo to cool it down quickly. Worked out great this past weekend.
Awesome. That sounds good. Yeah.
There you go. It's always the hacks. It's always the hacks that I find fascinating that, lived for a long time and didn't even know that you could
Necessity is the mother of invention, brother. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That is true. Hashtag Munchies. What is the best food to slow cook? I guess I'm assuming it means like what's the best one if you give it its time and its proper technique to slow cook, and maybe it gets better as the time goes?
Well, by nature, things that need to be slow cooked are like muscle tissues that have a lot of connective tissue in it, a lot of elastin in it. So you have two types of fat. You have collagen that melts away and is soft and tastes good, and then you have elastin. And elastin, when it cooks, when it heats up, it tends to get tough first and will shrivel. Thus, the elastin, it's kind of elastic. But after a while, that will give way. And so, those cuts of meats that are more used on the creature's body, like the shoulders and the rumps and those pieces on the closer to the ends, if you will.
Yep.
Those are going to be the pieces that benefit greatest from, because the connective tissue is greater there. And if you slow cook something like a beef tenderloin, it's going to turn to mush because it's you know what I mean.
That's not good.
No. I mean, there's. Go ahead.
What about one? I didn't mean to cut you off there, but my brain squirrel. Like one like chili. Like I've always heard people be like, "Hey, you want to slow cook this chili?" That one's a little different because it's not the things that we're talking about there. It's like a lot of the same ingredients maybe that you wouldn't want to cook for a long time. Why do people always say it with chili?
So I think with chili, it's kind of the same with soups, right? Like it's not just the slow cooking process; it's the amount of time that it spends together, if that makes sense.
Okay,
like
yeah,
the flavors, like the flavors melding together. Like theoretically, if you're using beans in your chili that are dry, you got to take time to cook those, right? So therein is one of those things. If you're using ground beef, it's not to tenderize the ground beef, obviously.
Right.
It really is about letting those flavors meld together.
Makes sense.
And if you're serving it immediately, you absolutely need to slow cook it and long cook it, because the longer it's in the pot and the pan under heat, the more those flavors are going to meld together. But you can also cool it and put it in the refrigerator overnight, and it will, like overnight soup, overnight chili is going to taste better on day 2 than day 1. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is, that is gastronomically true, if you will.
Hashtag Munchies. Is beef loin top sirloin with cap off a good cut of steak?
Beef sirloin cap off. Yeah, I mean, in it's not the worst cut of steak. You know what I mean? Like, it depends on your favor for texture, really.
Right.
So sirloin, almost any type of sirloin is going to have a relatively firm texture, but you can grill it over an open flame like you can, say, a ribeye or a tenderloin. So the strip loin is technically a part of a sirloin. It's called a short loin. So sirloin cuts as a whole are going to be somewhere in between the toughest of cuts and the most tender of cuts. So it's midway, and it really is about the texture. You want to look for the marbling. If you're looking for a tasty steak, you need to make sure that it has marbling in there.
Right.
But if you're just looking for a good clean protein, the sirloin is going to offer a mixture of both of those things, right? Like the ribeye has a lot of fat, tenderloin doesn't have much. A sirloin is going to be somewhere in the middle, or should be.
Hashtag Munchies. Is it safe to put a can of green beans with holes punched in it into a crawfish boil when all the cans have a plastic liner?
I don't put metal into I wouldn't put metal into my crawfish boil. I would fear that it's going to, distaste it. If you were going to one, I think I would prefer cook fresh green beans in it versus canned, just out of preference. I don't like canned foods as a whole.
Right.
I would buy frozen green beans to canned green beans.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting anything metal into my boil because, like they oftentimes the vegetables that have been canned, like they have nutrition to them, but they're least nutrient quality of all things. But also it tends to be it tends to leave a metallic flavor, right? And I just have this philosophy of don't put things in your food you don't want to taste, right? And
right.
so, is it safe? I think it's safe. Is it necessary? I think that there's better ways of going about it.
How about this one, Chef? I think you'll appreciate this one. Did a rump roast in the crock pot and didn't realize the little plastic paper thing on the bottom stuck to the roast. Yep. 8 hours of slow-cooked plastic. Oh, man, I feel like that's probably happened to so many people.
Oh, man. We're laughing with you, not at you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because we've all, I remember I had a, when you eat something or you share like a flavor, it takes you back to a memory sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was eating a sandwich the other day and had failed to pull the paper properly from between the slices of cheese. And I put it on my sandwich and wasn't even paying attention. Like there was one piece of cheese that had paper on the bottom side of it, and I didn't see it. So when I bit into my sandwich, I was like, damn, there's something tough in here, right?
Yeah.
So it took me back to when I was a father and having children. And I did I made a sandwich with my eyes closed somehow. I was up, feeding my daughter when she was like 2. And yeah, so we've all been there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Chef, you're still a father, by the way.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
He said when I was a father, I was like, yeah, you're still a father.
Yeah.
But I also totally understand what you're saying when those late night feedings and you're getting up and you don't really know what happened. You're trying to find something and sometimes it doesn't work out. All right. Hashtag munchies. Let's see. No, let me ask one about that. What's the last fresh fish that Chef has caught and made for himself?
Ooh, gosh, last time I went fishing, I think redfish. Yeah,
I'm about to say, it can't be that long ago. I know how much you love to put a line in the water.
Actually, I've been doing a decent amount of fishing, so I was trying to decide. I had some catfish, not too long ago.
God, I love catfish.
I think the last time I was fishing, I was bow fishing with my brother, and we ate redfish.
Yeah. Nice. You know what? This might be like the redneck part of me coming out. It might be the 318 coming out of me, but there's great fish all throughout the Gulf, no doubt about it. I'll eat almost all of it. I love fish, one of my favorite things. But by God, a thin cut piece of fried catfish is so hard to beat.
It is. It's just, and I prefer it thin cut over like the.
Me too.
Over like the whole. Yeah. I like that crispiness and it. Yeah, it's kind of like yeah.
All right, we got to end on that one. Can't go any farther down the road after that bad boy. I'm gonna be honest with you. No.
Do you take tartar sauce with your catfish?
Oh, I do, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What's your favorite side with cat? Like, I'm like a child when it comes to catfish. Like, I'd love like some catfish and French fries. I gotta be honest with you.
French fries are it. And steak cut fries even more so than that. I'll tell you what is not going to be eaten with my catfish. I don't know why anybody ever decided that coleslaw was a proper food, but you know what I mean? Like, just keep the coleslaw.
Oh, no, Chef, not a fan of coleslaw.
No, not at all. I mean, I'll eat it under certain circumstances, but it just seems like one of those, fillers that isn't necessary for me.
All right. Now that we know that, I think that's like one of the few things that you've ever said that you just don't like.
Yeah, I eat most foods, and I'll eat coleslaw. It's just not, I don't know. One of those things.
All right, Chef, we appreciate you every single week. We look forward to it every single week. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll catch up next week.
Take care, Jake.
Man, I love coleslaw. I don't know about y'all. Like, I'm the guy that at
I'm
Cane's,
not anti-coleslaw.
I am getting coleslaw at Cane's.
Depends on the place. Most of the time, I'm not a coleslaw
I'm going
person.
bread, coleslaw, tendy, cane sauce, French fry, roll that thing up, basically, make it a sandwich.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. Love coleslaw.
I'm not part of the anti-coleslaw lobby.
Me neither. I love it. God, I like a pulled pork barbecue sandwich.
I do love that.
Like, you imagine if, Alondra and I, big Buc-ee's fans.
Love Buc-ee's.
Can you imagine if they had coleslaw on that pulled pork sandwich?
That would actually be really good. I also like to put potato salad on my brisket sandwiches.
Absolutely will do that.
Do they have, y'all are giving good suggestions. I'm going to Buc-ee's this weekend because we're going to the beach.
Yeah.
Do they have potato salad and or coleslaw?
They do have potato salad.
I bet they have
we're
both.
trying this.
Yeah.
I bet they have both.
I will report back.
I've never seen they probably do have it. I've never seen it, but I know I've seen potato salad there.
Favorite thing at Buc-ee's?
The brisket, the chopped beef sandwich, but I love the chips that they make.
Oh, you do? Yeah, you do like those. Honey glazed pecans.
Yeah.
I'll go a little bit different. In their bakery section, you can get the cookies individual, but if you look close, you can get a 6-pack for $6. They're chocolate chip cookies. Elite.
Yep. Shout out to Buc-ee's. Team OTB loves a
We love Buc-ee's. They should sponsor us.
We will stop 3 times.
I don't.
We did.
I don't eat 4 out of the 6 whenever me and Victoria get them. That's totally not true. But
I wonder if Matt stopped on his way back, because remember he drove before us on the way back. He rented a car and left.
Car. I know we stopped.
We stopped for sure.
Yeah.
I wonder if Matt did.
He definitely did when he's not with a tummy ache. All right, we'll take a break. We got Jay Johnson about 15 minutes from now. Stay locked in to OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, if your AC goes out, it is an emergency. You go to emsair.net for Emerson Heating and Air. Listen, before you spend thousands on a full system replacement, get a second opinion. If another AC company tells you that you need a new unit, Emerson Heating and Air will come out and give you a free second opinion when you mention you heard it here on OTB. That's right, free for OTB listeners. And if you need a new system, Emerson offers free quotes and financing options to make it easy for you. They also specialize in new construction, everything from production, builder installs, all the way to multi-million-dollar custom homes, both residential and commercial. And right now, it is back, the OTB $89 AC Spring Service Special. It's normally $130, but right now, for just $89 for OTB listeners, you get a system that is going to be ready for the South Louisiana heat. Remember, mention OTB. And go to their website, emsair.net, emsair.net.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know each case and client are unique, and that no 2 cases are the same. But one thing remains constant, and that is our passion to help our clients. After an accident, we know your life has changed, which is why we passionately fight to make you and your family whole. Remember, whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. We're here to serve you.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment. Dave's back on. Coors Light. Choose chill.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. LSU going to be back out on the practice field today. Offense found its way back after a rough Saturday to win the day it sounded like on Tuesday. Tay, we going out there?
No. They're actually probably out there right now. They don't really like when you show up late. They kind of let all the media in at one time. So, like, during the week, like, that's why I went Saturday.
But I think y'all get to stay the whole practice now, though.
Yeah. Yesterday.
So
and,
they might not mind now. Probably like maybe before when you had like 45-minute viewing.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. You know who was supposed to go today, but somebody's sick?
Matt Flynn.
Me and Matt. Matt and I. Me and Matt. Clayton and I.
See if Jamarcus is still in town. Go with him instead.
Yeah.
He might bust in your mouth.
Call him up. You might. Apparently does that.
Maybe don't do that. He said it, not me.
He did.
Yeah, maybe skip that. Maybe don't send that text.
He did. Shout out J. Russ. So I guess we're not going. Is my whole point. Do we think Matthew's going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll pull it together. I mean, he said he was going to beat it faster than anybody's ever beat it before.
He basically tried to pull the Harbaugh line, an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, but it got him. I'm going to beat this way faster than any other human. How'd that turn out? Anyways.
Yeah, I thought it was funny because he sent that text, and then like an hour later, guys will feel terrible.
No, I really don't feel good.
I'm like, you feel worse now than when you sent that.
I appreciate that he tried to be like, no, I'm going to beat this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you if he said, like, it's lip service at this point.
That's
though.
fair.
You know, you could just be like, hey, man, I'm down and out. Like, I ain't going to be there. Like, then I probably would have, like,
okay,
probably planned it a little bit different because you know, he doesn't like guests. I like guests. So when he said, like, he was going to beat it with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, I was like, oh, he's going to be here. But then it beat him up.
Yeah.
So it's fine. All right, Brad Crawford over at CBS Sports put out an article, the best case and worst case scenarios for each team in the top 25. And we don't care about the other 24 teams. We care about the LSU Tigers. And for this article, it says the best case scenario would be 11-1 overall, 8-1 in conference play. The write-up says, well, the bad news, the only SEC elite not on Lane Kiffin's first-year schedule at LSU is Georgia. The good news, the Tigers just spent more on talent than they ever have previously and have assured this coaching staff that production is coming across all position groups. Kiffin has preached patience this offseason, but let's face it, failing to reach the CFP in year number one will not meet expectations. All right, so put that in the back of your memory bank. Worst case scenario, 8-4 overall, 6-3 in league play. The Ole Miss faithful would pay anything to see this happen, but truthfully, the Tigers roster looks relatively foolproof overall. LSU could still recover from an opening loss to Clemson during non-conference action, but not if new quarterback Sam Leavitt has his confidence rattled in the face of enormous pressure as this portal cycle's top-ranked player. All right, so let's talk about both scenarios. Best case, 11-1. Worst case, 8-4. If the worst case scenario happened, 8-4, 6-3 in league play, what does that look like?
Who'd you lose to? Would be my question. You can't.
Well, if it's 8-4, 6-3 in league play, you lost to Clemson.
Yeah,
that's the obvious one. So let's say 8-4, you lose to Clemson, you lose to Texas, you lose to Alabama and A&M.
It's not great.
I don't 8-4.
Lane cannot. He cannot lose that September 19th game in Oxford. Lane can't lose that game.
Yeah.
That's the one. Like, I wouldn't have thought a must-win game would happen three games into a guy's tenure. He can't lose that Ole Miss game. Also, losing to A&M.
8-4 would be tough.
Yeah, losing to A&M and Texas in Death Valley and Clemson.
Yeah. I was just trying to think of the tough
No, I know.
in the schedule. Yeah. Worst case scenario, to me, after everything you've put into this team, the absolute worst that would be somewhat okay would be 9-3 and 7-2 in league play. 7-2 in league play still gives you a chance. Still gives you an opportunity. Nobody signed up for 8-4. Nobody that came here from somewhere else, or nobody that donated to this place to be above what they were. And again, and the article says it, you're playing the who's who, but nobody cares. Right, wrong, or indifferent, nobody cares. So that might be the worst case scenario, which, again, you're not even that. You'd have more wins than you had a year ago. But I don't think anybody here is going to be okay with that. And I know they're not going to be. And the coaches aren't going to be okay with that. It is going to be one of those seasons where nobody cares who you play. At least I don't think so. Like, when you look at their schedule, and again, the article points it out, but people are not going to care. They're going to know how much you spent on this roster. They're going to know how much you spent on the coaches. They're going to know that you blew it up and tried to hit reset, which you did. They're not going to care that you have Clemson coming to town. You go to Oxford. A&M comes to town. Alabama comes to town. You got to go play in Jordan-Hare too. That place is never easy. If they could be terrible, and it's going to be a very difficult environment. Texas comes to town. You got to go to Tennessee. Nobody is going to care. Just not going to.
You just got rid of 8-4.
Yeah.
You paid $54 million to make 8-4 go away. Can't go 8-4.
But he told y'all, like, hey, guys, it's going to take some time. He got out in front of it.
He did, but that doesn't matter.
No, I actually agree with y'all.
And you
but
know
like,
that.
no, I agree.
I know you know that, but
yeah. And Lane, Kurt Signetti did it. So
you're number 1 playoffs. You're number 2 natty.
Yeah.
At Indiana.
And we're giving you all of the resources that you need to make it happen here. So
I can make the argument that the very bottom floor is 10-2. To feel good about it.
No, that's what I think.
About it. So, all right, just an interesting article. And again, I think they think a lot of LSU, and that's why they put the best case scenario as a one-loss team that's absolutely in the college football playoff. But it also points out the schedule. Nobody cares about the schedule. That's just the way it is. That's the way it's going to be. And that's why we're all excited, though. We're all excited because of that potential and what we think and the expectation of how it's going to play out. All right, we will take a break. Jay Johnson, LSU head baseball coach, will join us when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Championships are won with preparation, and so are great roofs.
The Tigers don't cut corners on the floor. Parrish Construction and Roofing won't cut corners on your home either.
Do business with someone you know. Parrish Construction and Roofing.
ParrishBuilt.com. When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer, we know hard work starts with the right equipment. Right now, take advantage of the powerful 3025E tractor with loader for just $297 a month, with 0% financing for 72 months. Whether you're tackling land, property, or projects, this is the tractor built to get it done. Don't wait. This offer ends April 30th, 2026. Visit sunequip.com or stop by a Sunshine location today.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana or visit spinecenterla.com.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out.
"2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. Always enjoy our Thursday catch-ups with LSU head baseball coach Jay Johnson, who joins us now. Coach, we always appreciate the time. Hope you're doing well.
Good. How are you doing this morning?
Doing fantastic. Always look forward to our conversations. Got a big series this weekend, obviously inside of the box, and I know you're looking forward to that. But kind of going back over the last couple of games, Coach, I know it was good to get back into the win column on Tuesday against Northwestern State. You get a victory there, 4-2, and probably really enjoyed what you saw on the mound.
Yeah, I thought it was a very well-pitched game. We used 9 pitchers in the game. I thought everybody did their job, and think much more in line with what those guys are capable of doing. And good team. Team's first place in the Southland Conference at this point, and it was good we were able to get some of our better guys in there, and they delivered. And if you keep them to 2, it's going to give you a good chance to win anytime you play.
And Coach, obviously we talked about it. I mean, going back to the weekend in Oxford, then you played a good Bethune-Cookman team going back to last Tuesday, and just to get a win there. But going back, and looking at the series on the road in Oxford, right, that first game, it's like if a couple things happen your way, kind of flip it there, you fight hard to scratch back and tie the game up. Like, when you have a situation like that, how difficult is it to try to cut that one game, not allow that one game to become 2 games, 3 games, whatever that situation might be? Because, it's good going into this series with a victory, but how hard is it when you have a game like that on Friday where you fight hard, you tie it up, and then a couple things don't go your way? A ball doesn't leave the infield, right? You're trying to make play after play. It just doesn't go your way, to try to cut that and get back to your winning ways.
Yeah, I think I look at it in a couple different lights. Specifically in that game, we came out in the first inning, 2 veteran players. Chris runs a good at bat against Hunter Elliott, gets on base. Jake hits a home run. We're up ahead 2-0. And then we had a couple guys on in that inning, and then we had guys on in the second inning as well. Against a good pitcher like that, you got to break through and score when you have chances. We had another, situation where we had multiple runners on. And, that's Hunter Elliott's a good pitcher. He's a veteran, and he finds a way to get strikes and outs, where he needs to. And he did that. And, yeah, we fought back. It was 3-3, and you have to handle the ball in the infield, which is, probably one of the big flaws. Not probably, is one of the big flaws of our team. And you're not going to beat a good team on the road, making mistakes. It'd be like, fumbling near your own goal line 3 times. Like, that's what the 8th inning was that night. And you're not going to overcome that. They're almost too good a team, really good pitching staff. So, that one was pretty self-explanatory. And then game 2, it's a bad loss, 12-2, but against Cade Townsend, who's one of the best pitchers in the league. We score 1 in the first, and, we left 2 more guys on in the first. We scored in the second, left a couple more guys on in the second. If that game is 4-0 instead of 2-0, there's a different dynamic to how the game is played. So I think it's just cashing in to where, we can get our better pitching in the game. And, I didn't see it as much as anything as one game at a time. Like, guys are, competing, they're trying hard. And in some ways, it's just as simple as you can't make errors in the infield, you can't walk people, and somebody needs to get a 2-out hit at some point. And to me, that's how I look at it. It's not anything other than we need to play or be a better baseball team.
Right. And Coach, I've known you a long time now, know you well enough to know, it is hard sometimes to find moral victories because, look, we know what it is and we know what you expect. But, even on the last game, to fight back, and you fall short. We all know that. But still, to see the fight and try to get back into it. And then, also to see – obviously it didn't go the way that you wanted on the mound to start the game, but to see Garcia and Sheeran and come in and what they were able to do, you can probably take some, okay, well, I had confidence in those players already, but it continues to grow.
Yeah, no doubt. I think, the one thing we can do is we can come back from a large deficit on a Sunday. As you get to, lower in the other team's pitching staff, we handle that caliber of pitching pretty well. And we haven't won as much as we want to. These guys do still have pride in competing in their performance, and they showed that. And, we had to make some switches to try to get back in the game. Again, it left us a little vulnerable on defense, and we didn't make a play in the bottom of the 7th inning that would have retired the leadoff guy. And then, again, this is about putting more pressure on our opponent. And in that environment, that was a very good team. Their crowd was awesome. It was full. We allowed them to have the momentum or play the games the way they wanted to. And even in that, you had 2 games that were winnable with 6 outs to go. And so we need to play better to be over the hump in those games. The starting pitching on Friday and Saturday was no problem, doing a good job and matching, 2 really good pitchers. Offensively, just taking advantage of the opportunities we'd created for ourselves a little better. And then we have to handle the ball, and it's between some skill stuff and some I guess you would call it injuries. We're not as good at, first base, second base, and as we need to be, and that really hurt us with the amount of really good left-handed hitters that Ole Miss has.
Catching up with LSU head baseball coach Jay Johnson here on OTB. And, Coach, I know a lot of people would look at Texas A&M coming to town and, oh, man, number 9 team in the country. But knowing you like I do, that's an opportunity for your baseball team. It's the great thing about the SEC. You can have a weekend that you want back, but the next weekend is going to be another opportunity to play a great team. And this time, this one's going to be in the box. I'm sure the crowd is going to be at capacity. I'm sure it's going to be turned up to 11. It just typically is whenever LSU and Texas A&M get together. So a great opportunity for your team starting on Friday night.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's good to be home. Like, we've been on the road 2 weeks in a row, which, most teams probably have one of those throughout the schedule, but it feels like we haven't played a SEC home game in a month. And so we're excited to be back. Crowd is always great here. And they're a great team. I kind of look at it like this is their time. I guess Grahovac and Sorrell, those guys have been there for 3 years. They were both a little bit beat up last year, which was part of their struggles. But, they're going to be high draft picks. I got one of the best transfer hitters in Hakopian. And they got some good young players that are really talented. And so it's a good lineup. Pitching-wise, they kind of rely on 6 guys. So you got to get into that bullpen, and see if you can have them get outs with guys they don't necessarily want to get outs with. But they're well coached and playing very confident right now. So we're going to have to play our best to win.
And, Coach, obviously, this is going to be, one of those deals where, until you get fully healthy on Friday and Saturday, it's going to take the bump and trying to get to game number 3. I know that you said, Cooper could potentially maybe kind of sort of get an inning over the weekend. Is that something that is just going to have to be, hey, we'll let him throw a bullpen, see how he feels, or kind of where are you at with that right now?
Well, he threw on Tuesday. He threw a full bullpen, full tilt, 100%.
Right.
Felt fine yesterday. Today's kind of interesting, and then how he progresses into the weekend. If he's available, to give us something, we'll put him on the active roster, and I'll put him in the game. And obviously, any inning that we can pick up over an SEC weekend or 2 would be very valuable. And we like him, obviously, and believe in him. And, he's got a lot of motivation to get back, too. Pro baseball is not interested in signing 6-foot right-handers with arm issues. So he needs to, if he wants to play pro baseball, he needs to get back out there, too. And he's tough and competitive and wants to do it. So as soon as we can get him going, we're going to get him going, and then we'll probably have to build it from there. I don't think we're going back to 4 or 5 innings right out of the chute.
Right.
That would be irresponsible, and we won't do that. But could he be a solution? Absolutely. And if you could start pairing him in there, and Marcos Paz is really coming along. I think he's our next really good pitcher here, which is great to see. You mentioned Devin did a great job. Garcia, he's got some potential. So, and Zach, obviously, what you're going to get. Maybe we can condense what we're asking Guidry to do. He's a little better in those shorter stints than when we have to extend them. So I think there's makings of a good staff where we can collect outs, and your bullpen is going to be the number one factor in whether you can win close games or not. So anything we can get back from him will help us tremendously.
And, Coach, I always, want to mention Zach, and you did there. I mean, what he gives you, I have to imagine as a coach to be able to, the other night he starts the game, and then there's been times where he's come in like the 5th inning and doesn't give the ball to anybody else. He's closed games. He's done a little bit of everything, and he certainly, he has found his mojo back, and he's kind of pitching to the guy that we've seen him not only here at LSU but Wofford as well. What kind of piece is that to have for you to know that you can throw Zach in there in any situation? He's that player that doesn't seem like, if it's a start, if it's a close, whatever, he's the same guy on the mound.
Yeah, he's a stud, just stud human being, stud pitcher, stud competitor, and I'm proud of him. The season didn't get off to a good start, but I give him all the credit for getting himself back on the rails and going, and that's really helped our team a lot. And just a guy we're lucky to have here, and is going to figure, obviously, a big part into the rest of the season. And obviously we know what he did last year. And, we want to get off to a good start on Tuesday. Forget all the stats, rankings. postseason, all that. We needed to win a game.
Right.
Like it was as simple as that. And so to be able to roll him out there for a couple innings and not just get a couple pretty good clean innings, but to do it in a manageable pitch count so he could do whatever we need him to do tomorrow. He's just reliable. And, that's what I love about him. And, just wish I could coach him forever. I'll tell you that much. So.
Oh, no doubt about that. And, Coach, I don't want you to give anything away. You can tell me go fly a kite if you don't want to answer this. But when you have a guy like that, like what is that conversation maybe over the weekend? Because you know how valuable he can be in different situations. You mentioned like you need to win, you start that guy. And so, you could see him on a weekend get a spot start there. But being so valuable in so many different places, like when does that conversation start for how you're going to use him? Or is it like within the game and, hey, we got to go to Zach here. Like we can't wait. We can't save him. Like we need him right now. What are those conversations like?
Yeah, it depends on the setup for the game, because obviously I have a lot of confidence in Devin too.
Right.
Who are they pitching after? What makes sense? And I just think, he's pitched so well for the first 4 weekends, had pitched so well for the first 4 weekends of SEC play. It was like, hey, tie game on the road, full house, again, really good environment. Like, just how he's going to handle it. And I mean, frankly, we just didn't help him on defense. I mean, we didn't step on the bag at second base. Like, they probably don't even score in that inning if we just step on the bag at second base. And even if we don't turn the double play, get the lead runner and get the force out right there. And weak contact, he had a clean first inning, which was the 7th after Kaysen. So I just felt like in that series, that was the time to go to him. The other times, it's like you got a lead and you get the other team trying to chase you a little bit. That's kind of his sweet spot, is when you have a 3 or 4 run lead and, he can really take over from there. So I think he knows that, but, want to expand it, started him. He doesn't need starting experience. If I just asked him to do it, he'd be able to do it just fine. But it depends on the weekend. We're kind of finalizing how we're formulating that. But it's like, if we have a chance to win, there's a good chance you'll see him in the game.
All right, great answer. You didn't tell me go fly a kite, so I appreciate you giving me the answer there. I just find it fascinating, a guy like that can do so many different things for you. And like you said, like the demeanor's always going to be the same on the mound. It doesn't matter what level of baseball. It could be 9U, 12U, whatever U, college, pros. When you have a guy like that, it's certainly a luxury to have. Coach, we can't thank you enough. We always look forward to it every single week. Best of luck in the box this weekend. We'll certainly be out there rooting the Tigers on.
All right, see you soon. Thanks.
All right, Jay Johnson, LSU head baseball coach, good enough to join us here. And I always love Coach because, well, he's gonna break it down. He's gonna talk about it. He ain't gonna try to sugarcoat it, and that's why he's the best in the game. Before we step away, I want to remind you about RejuveMe and RejuveMeMedical.com. 13 locations. There's going to be a location that is convenient for you. Remember, they've got 12 in Louisiana. They have 1 in Mississippi, and it is somewhere that we always talk about, because if you right now maybe you're not feeling like you once did, or maybe you want that extra pep that you used to have in your step, you can regain that, and you can regain it with RejuveMe. You got to go get the blood work done, get the labs done, and then once they get that information, they're going to put you on a plan to feel just like we talked about, your youthful self, to feel like you have the whole day in front of you, not trying to feel like you play catch up all the time. So go to the website today. That is RejuveMeMedical.com. All right, when we come back, we are going to close it out like we always do, answering your questions. Remember, you can get those inside of the chat. You also can text those 225-499-1049 or 5. God, I was almost there. And we'll do that to wrap up this edition of OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to TrashRangers.com. TrashRangers.com, residential, commercial trash pickup. Remember, a little bit different over there at Trash Rangers. They're going to send you weekly text reminders to put your trash can out. That way you don't ever forget. They're also, if it's a holiday, they're going to make sure your trash still gets picked up, even if it's on a Saturday. They will work a weekend if it means getting your trash picked up because of a holiday. You don't get that anywhere else. So that's a part of it. It's also roll-off dumpsters, 3 different sizes to choose from. Depending on what your job is, you let them know what it is. They make sure you have the right size at your project. Sanitation department. If you've got an event, if you've got a job site and you need portable restrooms, they now offer that as well. So you can find all that information. It is right there on their homepage. You can find their phone number, 225-612-2477, all at TrashRangers.com. Again, go to their website, TrashRangers.com.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you'll likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here. Helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
I've learned all my lessons before now. Born to be down. I think you'll get used to it, and you just don't get it. Keep it copacetic and you learn.
All right, welcome back in, OTB. Here live from the Raising Cane's studio. Check out our friends over at Bayou Automotive, BayouAutomotive.com. Ford, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram. Got it all. Best part about it, you buy a car in LaPlace, you don't even have to be in LaPlace. You can be in Baton Rouge, you can buy a car, they're going to drive it up to you. Once you buy a car from them and you need maintenance, they're going to be able to pick up your car, give you a loaner, maintenance your car, bring it back to you. Go find that somewhere else. Good luck. Not going to find it. Only at Bayou Automotive, BayouAutomotive.com. Check out the Black Widow package as well. Not just on Jeeps, but certainly on Jeeps, but others as well. You got the Raptor, got the F-250, F-350, the Ram, all that Black Widow package. Nobody does it better. BayouAutomotive.com. All right, see if we can get to some questions here. A little Ask the Bench brought to you by Ice Cold Dos Equis. Go for Dose. Probably what Flynn's actually doing. Feet up, kicked up.
He went for too many, and that's why he's...
Well, could have.
Yeah.
Or he could just be like trolling us, and he could be doing it right now.
Him and T. Martin hanging out.
No doubt
some
about it.
Two QBs.
Ask the Bench, how do I get through to talk to someone? You don't answer the phone.
I was waiting here just to say hi.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, I don't answer the phone
We only
unless
answer it
I'm
if we
like...
call for
yeah.
a phone call. If we ask for it.
When I used to do Brian's shows, somebody would call in and I'd answer, and they would just like crap on me. So I'm not answering the random phone calls. Sorry.
Ask the Bench, how many games is LSU going to win this weekend?
3, obviously.
Win the series. Which pitcher do you trust the most for LSU right now?
Zach Cowan.
Cowan, Sheeran.
Zach Cowan just has the worst luck.
Yeah.
The worst luck, like of people playing behind him. Come on.
I want to talk about the defense and the pitching tomorrow.
Hey, I got a feeling it's gonna be the tripod again tomorrow. We can do it.
Because I have thoughts.
That blanket's gonna be all the way up to the chin. It is not gonna come down. Go grab you a nice cold Dos Equis. We love you. We thank you. We appreciate you. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Go America.
Off the bench.
All right, if you are not sure where to go when something doesn't feel right, Ochsner makes it simple with their right care, right place approach. You start with Ochsner's 24/7 symptom checker. Just answer a few questions and get directed to the care that fits your symptoms. Visit ochsner.org/find care to get started. For everyday health needs like checkups, headaches, or managing things like high blood pressure or cholesterol, primary care is your way to go. And they offer virtual visits for added convenience, so you can schedule at ochsner.org/brprimary. If you're dealing with something more immediate like a sprain, minor injury, cold, flu, or even needing an x-ray, Urgent Care has you covered with walk-ins and extended hours. You can find a location at ochsner.org/UC. Of course, for any emergency, you go straight to the emergency room, dial 911. So many different ways Ochsner is going to be able to help you out. The My Ochsner app is a great tool as well. Find all that information at ochsner.org.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
At Parrish, we take pride in building roofs that last, because championships are built on commitment, not just on the floor or the court, but your home too.
Parish Construction and Roofing. ParishBuilt.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy